Joe, tell me some of those benefits.
Well, sure, Tim. I think people are going through a roller coaster ride right now. When the market is up, people are happy. When the market gets down, people are sad. And the sad part about all this is they go through life feeling like that: happy, sad, happy, sad, happy, sad. And I've been seeing that over the last 50 years in my practice as a financial planner. The people today, we're in the age group that we're aging. People need to have a conservative outlook. People need security. And this is what our annuity will do. People can transfer their money from a 401k away from the stock market, an IRA, or just any investment account, Tom, and they can put this money into safety. They're going to get number one, a 15% bonus, nothing to do with the stock market. It will grow, and it will give the consumer a guaranteed income for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, not to mention a guaranteed return, guaranteed not to lose. And if you want to find out more, talk to Joe. I've known him for 30 years. 303-779-6600, 779-6600, mymoneymyway.com. Hey, Mitch Floria, I may not have known him quite 30 years, but I've known him a long time. And Mitch Floria sells countertops at theartofgranite.com. And what I love about him, he's so proud of his prices and his deals. He'll give you quotes on the phone. Wholesale on all materials always, except if you get it out of his remnant yard, you get materials free. Now, you always pay for fabrication and installation, but tear out and haul away is always free as well. And he has other incentives, edge treatments, backsplashes, or maybe a vanity in the bathroom when you do the kitchen. Call for details on his current offers, but always get your prices on the phone. 303-386-5919, 303-386-5919. I'll be right back. I got to let my guest in.
Get out.
How much time do I have?
Enough time to get your guest in.
Enough time? How much?
I don't know. Long story. Go. Run, run, run. If I have to, I'll extend the break.
Did he do Art of Granite? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me get back to this. Kelly was not up on these outbounds. They're so fucking everywhere. This one lady sends, goddamn, 100 pictures, all in separate email. She must have 50 fucking emails, which is just ridiculous.
Wonder if she might have been getting some sort of error if she tried to add more. Well, maybe not. Who knows? Old people. Are you back? When he lets people in, does he have to go to the gate? Hello?
Front door.
Hey, Tom.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
One more hot day before a big cool down. Temperatures today in the mid to upper 90s with more storms arriving this afternoon. Tomorrow.
Just let me know if I got you.
Hey, man. But you won't know he's on. You don't have headphones. Isn't that funny?
I got to go find my headphones.
Oh, I hear him.
I tell you, I do like not hearing him talk over me, though.
I like that. Tom, here you go.
iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino here. It's 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. 888heating.com will gladly take a look at your air conditioner. Now, we have a lot of hot weather left, and we have a lot of cold weather coming, and you can trust these people. They're good people I've known for years. 303-770-2776. 888heating.com. Okay, Jackie has a problem with a landlord, or a friend has a problem with the landlord. Jackie, shoot, what's happening, Jackie?
Hi, good morning.
Hi, what's going on, Jackie?
Yep, my friend Sally's landlord is charging her a $200 reletting fee. Now, that reletting fee is in her lease, and so I don't know if reletting usually means that they've broken the lease. She did not do that. She fulfilled the lease until May 31st, but it's part of the contract, so I don't know if it's
okay. What that means is this. What that means is this. If she's renewing, it's a renewal fee, basically. They're allowed to do it if it's specified in the lease. They can't do it just willy-nilly. It has to be in the lease, because that would be considered getting around the just cause. In other words, let's say somebody wanted to end a lease. Nowadays, you can't just end a lease. You have to have a reason. And if it's not good enough, a tenant can take a landlord to court and actually renew the lease. So here's the deal. If that lease is up and there's a $200 fee specified, they can charge it. They can't change it, they can't raise it, they can't make it punitive, but they can charge it. And it doesn't mean just when you break a lease. It is what a landlord considers a renewal fee. And they're very common.
Okay, she's not renewing, and she didn't get out of it early. She fulfilled the term of her lease.
Oh, well, okay, so they can't. Wait a minute. Well, I'm sorry. Maybe I misunderstood you. Are you telling me she's leaving under normal circumstances at the end of the lease, and they want to charge her $200?
That's correct.
Wait a minute.
But it's also in the lease that they will charge.
But hold on. So even though she's ending the lease, it says, when you leave, we're going to charge you to release this to someone else?
Yes, sir.
What? I mean, that may be in the lease, but it sounds to me, and I'm not giving you legal advice, but something called unconscionable, and that's just a principle used many times in the law, where even though you agreed to something, it's weird and sometimes won't be enforced. But do you have the lease in front of you?
I don't have it in front of me.
Can you get us, can I mark this pending? Can you get us a copy? I want to have our real estate attorney go over it.
Sure.
I just can't believe that. So she's leaving, and she's not late. She's not cutting short. She's just leaving, and he's taking that out of her security deposit.
That's correct.
Wow. Okay. I mean, geez. I need to see how it's worded. And we'll get Brad. Oh, wait. Is he on right now? Okay. Is he on, Mark? Thanks. See, Mark's on top of this thing. Mark, did you get Brad on?
Yeah, he's on, man.
Thank you. You know what? Brad, we don't have the lease in front of us, but I've heard of renewal fees, Brad, in a lease. For example, I have a year's lease. At the end of it, if I decide to renew, they charge me a renewal fee, and they do some paperwork maybe or whatever, but it's specified in the lease. And I've always thought, okay, I've seen those before. This one's a little different. Jackie says that her friend is being charged a $200 reletting fee. But she's leaving. She's fulfilled the terms of the lease completely. She's not getting out early. She's never been late. She's just terminating her lease, and the landlord's taking back the apartment. It's just a normal end of lease situation. But the landlord is taking $200 out of the security deposit to release it to someone else. Does that sound weird to you? It is in the lease, right, Jackie?
That's correct.
Now, how do you know it's in the lease? Did you read it, or did she tell you that?
She told me that.
Brad, have you ever heard of this before? It's just like it's kind of like an end of lease on a car. They have all kinds of fees they charge people. Can they just do that since they put it in the lease? Can they do that?
Well, the Colorado law has changed just recently where they're prohibiting landlord fees on not renewing. So this should be void.
Oh,
statute.
Really? Okay, that's good to know. Brad, when did that law go into effect?
I'm trying to put my finger on it right here on my computer. I'm not at the moment.
Oh, no,
so
that's
I can't say
okay.
Exactly.
So would that go retroactive? Like if this lease was signed, let's say a year before that law went into effect, when it ends is when it takes precedent?
Yeah, I think as soon as the law passed, then landlords could no longer charge the fee. Now, it's separate from if there was like a cleaning fee that's in there for the end of the term. Okay, that would be fine.
Yeah, it depends on how it's worded, Jackie. That's why I said we need to see it. But if it's simply a non-renewal fee or a reletting fee or some kind of fee, Brad is indicating that may be void by the new law. Did the landlord actually take the money out yet?
Yes, they have. She just got the reconciliation.
Did they
over the
take
weekend.
anything else out of her security deposit?
They took several other things out that we will be challenging him with a letter.
Well, this is one you challenge as well, and I would cite the law. Do you have the CRS, Brad, by any chance, the Colorado Revised Statute?
I'm still looking it up.
Okay. I'm going to come back. Jackie, if you keep listening, you don't have to hang on the line, but keep listening. Brad will get us that CRS number, and then we can put it out to you. I'm Tom Martino. We have more coming up. This is good information. Brad O'Brien is a real estate attorney, of course, that we use all the time for real estate matters. olslaw.com, 720-370-7388.
Yep.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
Well, looks like for the most part our highways back to normal out here. A little slowing yet. Southbound I-25 north of I-70 getting down to Spear. Looking much better into the tech center. The northbound side of I-25 pretty busy from Orchard up past Hamden. Got a heavy ride southbound 225 rolling down from Parker Road, and westbound 270 bunched up around Vasquez. There is a wreck cleaning up northbound Wadsworth at 62nd. And eastbound Bellevue is closed again here. Holly to Monica.
Hey, Tom, you back?
Yeah.
They're jammed up.
So let me just explain that sometimes if I don't kick all the fill spots out of the break after you've done your lives, I don't have an accurate reading of how long the break is.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
No, don't be sorry. I know I sound stupid when you ask how long, and I say, I don't know. Just go, just run, I don't know.
Our American Story.
This time I will know.
We'll tell the story of how a black cowboy may have been the inspiration for the Lone Ranger. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
John Fuller is a personal injury attorney. He operates in a very simple manner. He has decided to take only the number of cases that he can work personally. That's the way he wants it. Now, he has a support staff and all of that, but you don't call an intake center or an intake committee or a call center when you want to talk to him. You call to find out if this is a good fit. He'll go over your case. He'll tell you what it's worth or what he thinks it's worth based on his vast experience and areas to collect. Or if you should not bother, go maybe do something yourself. You discuss this. If he does work for you, it's on a contingency fee or a percentage fee basis. John Fuller's a good guy, and we've referred him to many, many people. And you will notice the difference because you will talk to him. You'll get his cell phone number, and it's really his cell phone number that you can call or text at any time. 303-597-4500. That's John Fuller, myaccidentlawyer.co. Hey, window coverings are wonderful, right? I mean, they make or break a house, but think about it. And they have so many window coverings right now. All of them are doing away with strings, by the way. They're push-pulls. They have power shades, solar-powered. You can control with your cell phone. You have high-tech, low-tech, in-between tech. Whatever it is you want, Made in the Shade will do it. Here's the great part. You get to see what they do free of charge. They come and measure and have a designer help you pick the right stuff and try to hit a budget. If you like it, then you order, then they come, then they install with the best installers in the business. DenverShades.co is that website. DenverShades.co.
Very nice, and 3.5.
Thanks. All right.
All right, did you want to yell at somebody, Mark?
No, I was just saying, what's up, Brent?
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Good, man. Did you guys end up doing that reverse for that lady I had call?
No, her credit score was
8,
like 480, I think.
Got it.
So we told her kind of what she needs to do to get it cleaned up and start kind of chipping away at it, and then we'll stay in touch with her.
Got it.
My credit score was just the letters FU. Is that good?
If you want to pay cash, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
That's pretty good.
Tom, are we done with line 2?
Where did Jackie stand?
Yeah, the woman with the leash, yes, she's going to listen, but Brad was going to get us the CRS.
All right. So do you want me to keep or no?
No, she can just listen. Tell her. We'll get her the CRS.
Hey, Linda, email us that lease if you can find it to help@troubleshooter.com. That's help@troubleshooter.com. And then we're going to have the attorney kind of eyeball it, and he's going to pull up what the statute is, all right? No, that's fine. Send what you have. And then you can just listen on the radio, and then when we figure some stuff out, we'll reach back out. Bye.
He'll even buy your fine jewelry and diamonds. Hello, I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino, and I recommend David Ellis Jewelry because I've known David for years.
Linda.
You can too. 2640 East 3rd Ave. That's Certain Places. 303-322-8779. 322-8779. Hi, it's Glenn Beck. Have you been thinking about selling your home? If you want the most money, call the agent that I would call, Troy Hansford. Troy sells more houses for more money than anyone in Denver. And his secret is a unique marketing system that's proven to get his clients the most money. Troy is so confident in his system that he will make you this guarantee. He'll sell your house at your price, or he'll write you a check for $5,000. Now here's how it works. You just meet with Troy, you agree on a price and a timeline, and if he can't get you that price, he'll pay you $5,000 guaranteed. Troy Hansford, he spends tens of thousands on marketing to generate demand for your home. Troy has hundreds of approved...
Tom, what's the caller's name from
for your home right now. So give Troy a call.
Springs Automotive?
Hold on here.
I'm looking at the call notes. I don't even understand. I don't see... I thought it was a Linda, but I don't see Springs Automotive anywhere.
Hold on. Yeah, okay. Linda, on the 2nd of August, bought a Mazda CX-7.
Yeah, that's it.
And then the engine went out in 3 days. She paid $4,800 to replace it.
Yeah, but I'm going to have her on. What I need her fucking phone number. Do you have it?
No.
I don't know where I'd get that.
And here's the other part of that. I can't open those attachments. It's on a private Google Drive.
Well, I forwarded you pictures.
Oh, I know. What you forwarded. Okay, they won't open. It says that I have to request.
Here we go.
Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. Genesis TotalExteriors.com. New Align siding is a composite plastic siding and resins, and it's practically indestructible, and there's no upcharge if you're going to do an insurance repair. He can put that on instead of that old ugly vinyl. Genesis TotalExteriors.com. All right, so Brad O'Brien, our real estate expert and attorney, he said there's some changes in the law. By the way, there have been a lot of changes to favor renters, and I say some of them are pretty good. We needed a change over the years. Some landlords might argue it goes too far, but there is a provision here not to have junk fees at the end of a lease, such as just, I don't even know what they're classifying this fee as, but Brad, did you look it up? Did you find is he still on, Mark?
No, Brad dropped off.
Oh, I'm sorry, he did. He was going to get us a Colorado revised statute number if he can. But in essence...
Well, she's emailing me the lease right now to help. I'm going to send it over to him.
Okay, good.
Then I'm going to get them both back up.
Oh, good, thanks. Yeah, it was a reletting fee of some kind. And speaking of legislation, as I said, I just got another text. Tom, this is going too far, and we're becoming a nanny state. I go back and forth. I am a consumer advocate. I really want to help consumers, but I also don't want to hurt business. But I want I believe in reasonable laws that help consumers not to be taken advantage of. And for years and years and years, we have to admit, in my opinion, based on my calls on this show, many, many people have been taken advantage of. Many people. And there were no, for example, standards of habitability. You could rent out any piece of garbage, and they didn't have to have any standard for habitability. Not running water, not heat, not air, not safety, not security, nothing. Mark and I came across a situation one time where one person complained about something, and Mark went out there to look at some rentals. And this guy was literally renting out a couple storage sheds, a basement, and a barn. One of them was maybe even a lean-to. The one person that was complaining wanted to show Mark this stuff, and it was in a yard somewhere. I think it was...
No, this is way worse than you're thinking, man. If you want me to recap real quick, I will.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it was down the road from the old Rocky's Auto. They called up because there was a horrible smell. It was like a trailer park, but I've never seen anything like it. This trailer park was made up of sheds. They took one single wide trailer and turned it into like a condo where they had 3 or 4 different people living with partitions made out of particle board. But the craziest part of it, if all that isn't crazy enough, there was some dude living in like a topper of a pickup, not in the back of a pickup, but just the topper. And there were 3 dead bodies fished out of there within a week of me going out and checking it out. So it was the worst thing I've ever seen. They didn't even have water in most units, so they would be carrying around, bottled water from the hose. But keep going now.
Okay, so, Mark did a video on it, and we talked about it. And most of the residents there were upset with us because they didn't want...
The city was going to shut them down.
Yeah. And so that wasn't our intention, but they didn't care about the habitability standards because they said there is nowhere in the world they can afford to rent. So they actually, in a weird way, were thankful for this garbage that they lived in. Right, Mark? They didn't want to be shut down. The odor was bad, but the places.
Oh my God! It's so much.
But they were not. But they were not complaining about their living.
It was there or nothing.
But they were not complaining, were they, about their rent and their place they were living in? Though that's what's weird about it. They weren't actually upset with the landlord because they said it's either this or nothing. And that's what was weird about it. So wow, crazy. So that's the point. Is that. Habitability standards, of course, everyone says we should have some habitability standards. But at the same time, when you look at, what that means to some people, it means they can't find a place to live because rents are outrageous in Denver. In fact, if you look at surveys, rents in Denver have gone up way faster than other parts of the country. And people can't afford to live here. I mean, they're going way on the outskirts. Even there, the rents are a lot. I mean, even if you went to Parker, it used to be you could get a break. It's expensive as hell. I have Brent Ivinson with me from Ideal Home Loans. I'm going to go to a wide shot here. We are streaming now, right, Mark? I think some YouTubers were complaining.
We're golden.
We're on YouTube and Facebook? Okay. Anyway, here's the deal. Brent, non-owner occupied loans, are they way down, up, the same? What are they?
We're still seeing a pretty significant demand for non-owner occupied properties. A lot of people out there
good.
investing.
So there are loans for those.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. And there are some creative loans out there, solutions that we have now that will allow you to qualify based on the cash flow of the property you're buying, not necessarily your qualification. So there are some products in the marketplace that are helping people amass properties, and there are options if you've got.
Do they hover above the market rate? What do they hover above? A point above normal?
Yeah, 1.5 probably for that particular product. So
I'm surprised that there's still a lot of demand for that, because I thought people were kind of getting out of that business. But
no, we're still seeing it. And again, it's like you just mentioned. Look, rents are outrageous in Denver, Colorado. I mean, it is expensive to rent anything, and so people buying property are able to turn a profit even at these higher interest rates. Just because
I see what you're. So you're saying, even though it's a pain in the ass being a landlord, the rate of return is there.
That's right, exactly.
Hey, Brent, what do you think the weak job report is going to do?
Well, so we saw a big move with interest rates Monday right out of the gate lower. We saw rates actually improve by almost 1/4 or 3/8%, but we've given some of that back already this morning. So we saw rates hit 6.5%, 30-year fixed on Monday, and we're back at 6.875 today. So it's kind of moderated back.
What attributes to that? I understand the bad jobs report brought it down, but why did it pop?
Well, it popped down just because, again, they think the Fed's going to make this move in September, but then it popped back up, looking at it going, hey, maybe this is a little bit of an overreaction. Probably more people trying to cover positions that they had in the bond market than anything else, Mark.
I agree.
So anyway, what we have is a situation where loans are higher than, not ever, but higher than they've been in a long time. What I'm going to ask Brent later on here is, what is expected after the election?
There is a good side to that, though, Tom.
And what is that?
Well, the good side is, if people are parking cash right now, you can make, in certain accounts like Schwab has, 5 to 6%, where that money's liquid all the time and you're constantly making it. That's pretty incredible with zero risk.
You're absolutely right, Mark. Absolutely. Okay, we got more coming up. 303-713-8255.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
Well, looks like for the most part our highways back to normal out here. A little slowing yet. Southbound I-25 north of I-70 getting down to Spear. Looking much better into the tech center. The northbound side of I-25 pretty busy from Orchard up past Hamden. Got a heavy ride southbound 225 rolling down from Parker Road, and westbound 270 bunched up around Vasquez. There is a wreck cleaning up. Northbound Wadsworth is 62nd. And eastbound Bellevue is closed again here. Hawley to Monaco with an accident investigation. They're jammed up pretty good as they push you on to Hawley to get you around there. As we take a look at your weather forecast today, another sunny and hot one, high up near 96, currently 82 degrees in downtown Denver. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Aaron O'Neill, 630 KHOW.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll tell the story of the miraculous recovery of the Chilean miners from the man who helped bring them to the surface. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
One thing I can tell you about my sponsors is that I know them. I know the company. I know how they formed. Sometimes I'm there when they formed. I know the background, the team, and how they operate. And I love talking about them. And that's the God's honest truth. Red Rocks Roof and Solar, Brooke and her team are dedicated. Finally, we have someone dedicated in this industry to help people. Red Rocks Roof and Solar. They'll help you with a commercial system to get it paid for with grants. They'll help you with a residential system to get all the tax credits, in fact, more than normal. 40%, not just 30%. They'll help you any way they can with financing and other strategies. RedRocksRS.com. KNH.com. You can save money with solar, and finally, you have someone great to do it. 303-704-2449. And KNH Home Solutions, one of those companies that I love talking about. They have great solutions, window siding, doors, and more. KNH has what you're looking for, the oldest home improvement company in all of Colorado now with the best window made right here in Colorado. That window is Alpine Windows. You can trust KNH. Call them. KHWindows.com is the website. These are people I've known for the entire time I've been in Colorado. 303-421-7100.
Thank you for.
Thanks.
You'll have for a minute.
Okay, thank you. That's good.
Yeah, long time.
Oh, me love you long time.
What?
You make coffee long time.
Shut up. I don't even know what that means.
Well, aren't you going to make Brent some coffee?
Oh, I've got water. I'm good.
All right.
I've already had my 2 cups of coffee this morning, so.
Ah.
Well, Tom makes it with that vodka.
Oh, so it's that special coffee. I got you. Well, I didn't know it was that. Then maybe I should have one.
I got to sell these fucking tickets, man.
What tickets are you trying to sell?
Morgan Wallen in Vegas, but they're really high-end shit. I got them listed at $1,500 a piece now. I'm bringing them down. I got to move them. The concert's Friday.
Yeah.
That better be a meet and greet.
No, it's not, but it's food, early entry, early leave. The seats are literally big-ass recliners. It's like a whole fucking... Only in Vegas, baby.
Yeah.
But I already sold 6 of them that doubled what I paid for 8. I just got these 2 sitting, and I got greedy. I bumped the fuck out of them last week, thinking last minute I'd sell them.
Yes, sir, slap. Slap. You bend over more?
I'll be honest, I didn't even know who the fuck he was, man. He's pretty big, though.
Wasn't he here earlier this year?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I knew he threw a chair at some cops when he was in Nashville. That's about all I know about him.
Well, I think he threw a chair off the top of a building.
Yeah, off a rooftop.
And it came closer, hit a cop or something.
Yeah, because my daughters went to the concert when he was here. I don't know who he is either. So
we got George Strait and Chris Stapleton coming. I've already been offered triple for. I always buy 4. I've already been offered triple for 2 of them.
Really?
Meaning we'd go and I'll make triple, but I think I can make more.
Slap.
When's that concert?
I don't remember. I think November. It could be October. That's going to be a big one. That's Vegas again, though.
Okay.
Same seats, real special shit.
What's the
you
face
park
on
like
those
almost
things?
like Lexus Club parking. They basically take your car, park it, all that shit.
Yeah. And where's it at? What venue?
It's at Legion, Raider Stadium.
Yeah.
I usually get I got to buy 4-packs of these tickets because it's like mini suites. They're 4-packs. They're called Luge, and each one comes with a parking pass. But these guys that sell the tickets, they're called premium seats or premium concert seats or something like that. But I've been using them to sell shit forever. They'll package it with maybe a hotel as well, so they might even fly people in, then they're staying at the Wynn in a suite, and then they go over VIP to whatever concert, so they kind of package it all up. Or they'll sell just the tickets, or they'll sell just the parking passes, which is even insane.
That is crazy.
And since it's Raiders Stadium, they probably have rechargers for your ankle bracelet.
Yes.
They have a hotline to your PO.
I love how the Raiders moved. Oakland got so bad, the Raiders had to move out.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
All right.
He's back.
Station 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I want to remind people we do have 2 places to text me. One is the official iHeart texting number. You put Tom in there, and it'll get to me 57739. You can text directly to my Google number as well. So the short code for iHeart, 57739. If you want to text my Google number with any information at all, and that will take photos and things that the iHeart one won't, 747-999-5280. 747-999-5280. And I am getting texts from the caller yesterday, Eric, that I'm going to recap, not right this minute. But I will recap it because he's got a lot more to say. And then, of course, I want to tell you about this rental car problem and get David back on if we can. We got to fight this somehow, and we got to warn you about this rental car company. It's unreasonable to be charged for these little tiny nicks and dings that this guy was. I think he was charged $1,300, $1,600, whatever. And it's regular road rash. There's no way that this wasn't on the car or that it didn't accumulate. To put it all on his bill is ridiculous. And you got to be very, very careful about that. And I got to get the name of the company. I did not write it down, unfortunately, and because I want to warn people about it. So we're going to get him back on, Mark. I think we should get him because it's just ridiculous. And so let's see. Yeah, David. And did he say, wait. Oh, yeah. The name of the company was Sixt, S-I-X-T. And I do believe there's one right here in Colorado, Sixt, S-I-X-T. Perhaps we put a deputy on this to talk about it and to talk to them. Deputy Doc is in. Doc, you want to just find some people with Sixt and just ask them in general their policy, and maybe they can talk about it a little? Because I think it's just outrageous. I mean, look at, we've all rented cars, right? Now, they went through this car with a magnifying glass, and it seems like we would all be charged a bunch of money if that happened to us. It's not a good thing. All right, on another topic that I find is really important, the anger index for cars. We talked about how the lemon law is changing for cars, okay? And what we really need to do is get to the text of it, because here's why. Because it is a major change in the lemon law. And this 7-day free look on a new car is amazing. If they don't let you have it checked out or advise you of it, they must give you a 7-day free look. But that is not for a used car. So keep that in mind. Now, on the anger index for cars, what do you think makes people angry? Well, there's an anger index rating, and it's the ones with the highest percentage of angry buyers. Isn't that weird, huh? Really? So, the number one anger index car, if you had to guess, I mean, just a wild guess. You have a wild guess? Just a wild guess. Brent, do you have a wild guess, the number one indexed rating for anger on a car?
Land Rover.
Oh, you know what? That to me would have been one for sure, but it isn't. But why do you say that? Do you have one? Were you unfortunate enough to ever buy?
No, I just know people who have had them and they don't have a lot of luck with them.
Oh, my God. Okay,
I would say
99.
Jeep, Tom.
Huh?
Jeep.
Nope. This is shocking to me. Mark, I'll bet you find this a little surprising. 99.3% index of angry customers. Kia Sedona. Not all Kias, the Sedona.
I owned one of those years ago.
Was there anything wrong with it back then?
Yeah, my wife couldn't stand driving a minivan.
Do you think it just, maybe that's what it is? It's the hormonal thing with middle age?
It was horrible, man. Addie was born. We already had miles. We had to get a bigger car. So I go out. I surprise her with a brand new Kia Sedona. You could hit a button and the door would open, all that kind of crap. Oh my God, worst gift I ever bought.
Wait, it couldn't have been worse than the frying pan you bought her for Mother's Day.
She loves the pans, man.
See, Mark is the worst gift giver in the world. A minivan frying pan. A vacuum one time. He buys her a vacuum. And I'm not kidding. He bought her it might have been for Valentine's Day. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's the number one anger index. Get your calls in, seriously. 303-713-TALK or call 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, I got it.
All right. Hold on, man. Hold on. I've never heard of that. Sixth rental car?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of it?
No.
It's Sixt.
Sixt, S-I-X-T.
You've heard of it?
Uh-huh.
And by the way, Suzanne absolutely loves her made-in cookware.
Oh, that's good
you
stuff.
Prick.
Good stuff.
Troubleshooter Show, what is your first name? I'm sorry, what is it? Got it. And what is your comment or question? Yeah. Ooh, hold on. I want you to tell Tom. Hold on, I want you to tell Tom and the audience that after this. Hold tight for me, all right? That's important stuff, man. They might be pulling this crap everywhere. Hold on. Hold on! Listen, you, my friend, are the most important caller we have ever heard from. You need to hold on.
Sure. God, he is just a little lipstick away from being the Joker. Timmy! Well, that and some little girls getting stabbed.
Over 400 people now have been arrested, 100 have been charged, some in relation to online activity, and a number of them are already in court.
So many far-right activists. Really?
Ah, the far-right activists.
The far-right who like to see knives kept out of their children's bodies.
I like tea and crumpets. What do you think about these pussies that watch these shows out of the UK? Or are you one of them, Shannon?
Which ones, Mark?
All these shows like about the king and queen and the...
Oh, I don't watch that crap. But you watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but Game of Thrones has nothing to do with the king and queen.
You were talking about like Downton Abbey?
Yeah, those kind of... Well,
and
I
The
call
Crown?
it something, but I won't anymore.
I love The Crown.
The Crown? What are you? Is this Tom or is this Linda?
Thomasina.
Holy moly, The Crown.
The Crown.
Oh, who's going to get into the buggy today?
No, Mark, remember what you said about Downton Abbey?
No.
Yeah, you said one of the episodes was a crisis because they set the table wrong or something.
Oh, yeah, the fork goes on the left of the other fork.
That was funny.
I'm pretty shocked you watched that, honestly.
I loved it. Downton Abbey. Loved it.
Well, this from the guy that loves the Beatles, so...
See,
point taken.
Now he's totally wrong when he starts
I'd put
bullshitting.
up the Monkeys television show against your Downtown Abbey any day.
You're just full of shit. Totally full of shit. Totally full of shit. When he starts talking about the Beatles, he's just full. That's where he loses all credibility. Stupid fuck. I mean, everything else he's okay with, but when he doesn't know shit.
Oh, bullshit, man.
Yeah, right.
First of all, you want to really get to it, I'll take the Monkees out of it, even though the Monkees outsold the Beatles in '68. And you know what? You can look it up if you don't believe it. But
God, you're so full of shit.
Forget about the Monkees. Taylor Swift basically ripped off all their heads and shit down their throats with money and sales and in concerts and touring.
You're looking at two different times.
And anything you name ever.
You're looking at two different times. The world.
Well, one is old times, like black and white times.
Mm-hmm.
Tom?
Yeah.
I think it's funny when you were born, there wasn't even color yet.
Oh, I looked up Sixt on TripAdvisor.
Everything
They have
was
horrible
grayscale.
reviews. They have, out of about 480 reviews, 460 gave him 1 star. And most of them said if I give them 0 stars, they would. So if you want me to read some of the stuff on air, I'll be happy to do it.
Yeah, we should.
Hey, crystal ball, Brent, when is rates hit 4%? You think you know what, the election will have a lot to do with it, though.
Yeah, you're going to need, they're talking about now maybe a 50 basis points cut in September, which, and then again, we've still got this margin that we're outrunning what we traditionally see. So, I think that you see another cut after that, and that's probably when you're going to get there. So I think that initial cut will probably take us down to the high to mid 5s. And then, if they do another subsequent aggressive cut, that'll be enough for the bond market to get out ahead of it and drag it down to, maybe just low 5s or just past 5, high 4s. So
I think what happened is the Fed didn't realize. I think they probably should have cut, honestly, last term.
For sure. I think so, too. I think,
and they realized they fucked up after that jobs report, but the Fed actually acknowledging they made a mistake. I mean, I don't think that's ever happened under anybody.
No, they'll never. And again, like I told Tom when I walked in, they're always late to the party every single solitary time. Like getting started on hikes, getting started on cuts. Like they're so worried about being wrong and then having to admit that they were wrong.
Yeah.
That they just overdo it so they have absolute certainty that, oh my gosh, we absolutely need to do this. So, I mean, your problem is Powell's more concerned about his legacy and not having a repeat of the 70s more than trying to achieve a soft landing and getting everything done in, a timely manner.
Yeah.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. We are here to help you solve problems, answer questions, take complaints, make life just a little easier. We have Brent Ivinson with us from Ideal Home Loans for your next Ideal Home Loan, 303-867-7000. Let's go to the phones. By the way, there's a lot happening in the mortgage business. We'll go over. There's a lot happening also on the show. We mentioned Sixt, S-I-X-T, rental cars, bad ratings, bad reviews. And man, I can see why. They are pissing people off. And I'm getting a lot of texts about people who had bad experiences. We had a guy call yesterday who had a bad experience. Juan, he wants to weigh in on it. Juan, what is your comment? David called in yesterday and said when he brought the car back, he's in Florida. He took a road trip to Houston. He rented a car from Sixt. He said then he took the car back and was charged some ridiculous amount for body work, and they're based on little nicks. based on a normal use. I mean, in fact, I don't know how you trace it to one car or to one rental cycle. What do you have to say, Juan?
Hey, we got a bingo with that one right there. This is exactly what I said it right there. How do they trace it? So we've rented many cars all over, just like everybody has. And you get really used to taking pictures of everything all the time. Okay, so we had pictures. We looked at everything. Everything looked great. About a month or a little bit more than a month later, after we returned the car in Phoenix Airport, we got a letter with pictures of damage on the bottom. Same kind of road rash stuff that you were looking at. Now, I'm wondering how many times they've rented that car to somebody else in the last 30 or 45 days, you know? So, of course, you sit there and, the kids say, fight it, Dad, fight it, and all that, And, sometimes you just bite the bullet, pay the $300 and put it behind you and be done with it. And that's what I did. I just thought, well, maybe we went over a curb or maybe something. I started to believe. And then I heard your show yesterday or today talking about it. And I said, man, these guys they're hurting people, man.
Thank you for letting us know, Juan. Thank you very much, because I think that this is happening all over the country. Now, by the way, they do have a location here. Deputy Doc, you should call over there. They have a location in Cherry Creek on 1st Avenue, 3000 East 1st Avenue, I'm seeing here. A car rental at Denver, Cherry Creek. And anyway, what do they mean by, $1,300 in damages? Come on. Is Brian on? Or did he hang up?
No, he dropped, man.
Okay. All right. So anyway, the point is this. If you rent a car and they tell you to go around and look at damages, we obviously look at damages in a different way than they do. I mean, I've been told when I rented cars before, and this even includes loaners at dealerships, don't bother with the tiny nicks and dings. We are only looking at stuff bigger than a quarter for dents, and for dings bigger than a dime. And they would say, don't worry about that, don't worry about that. And I've never been charged. But apparently this is happening with Sixt, S-I-X-T, all over the country. And it's earned them some pretty damn bad reviews. I mean, people do not like these people. And, reviews are important because you can't fake. You can only fake a certain number. You can't fake that many. But they have a real strong presence on YouTube, and they're doing a real strong digital presence and social media and all of that. But consumers are finding really bad. I mean, let's put it this way. 1 and 2 stars, all the ones I'm finding, 1 and 2 stars. And that's car rental. And then they have your credit card, so they don't ask permission. They just go ahead and charge you. So, again, you can text me. We have one here. And, Shannon. Shannon.
Real quick, though, on car rentals, the one thing people should really remember, there's certain credit cards. Capital One has numerous different ones. Amex, they would have covered all that damage regardless of how it got there.
They wouldn't dispute it?
Well, if they did, let's put it this way. If they lost the dispute, they would pay it.
Okay. So have you ever used, I hear this about credit cards when you use your credit card, especially that Cap One. How do you put in a claim for that? I mean, do they literally just come in and pay? Have you ever used them for that? I've never used them. Brent, have you ever?
Oh, my God. I ran into a cement barrier. And, I didn't run into it. I was backing up in this lane, and I backed up incorrectly, and I scraped the hell out of a rental car, probably about $5,000 in damage.
Wow.
And I called up Capital One. It's the first time I ever did this. This happened last year, and I took some pictures. I did this and that, and bam, they cut a check to the rental car company about 4 months later for like $5,000 or whatever it was.
Did you ever get popped for lack of use? I mean, for
no, I never got popped for anything. It covered the Capital One covered the lack of use,
lack of use. Okay, or the lackey use in your case, right?
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
If you go to Sixt.com, they say they have enormous amount of 5 out of 5 positive reviews. That's on their own website.
Yeah, but try to find them online. They're not. I see
I
right
think
here.
Brent
I'm on-
Ivinson there with you was saying that they're really a high end, right, Brent?
Wait,
Yeah, that's
high
what-
end.
Yeah, they
Oh
rent
yeah,
high-end
Beamers.
cars.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. They have Beamers and
Audis.
Audis. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and TripAdvisor says, quote, this rental company is a hair away from being a total scam.
Whoa! Think about that. I mean, what dichotomy from their own website to what you're actually finding.
And I told you, out of about 490 reviews, 460 were terrible.
Wow. Beware, people. Sixth. This may earn a place on the Sleaze Brigade, but I want to try to get a comment. Mike's got a comment. Go ahead, Mike. What is your comment, sir?
Hey, Tom, this wasn't the rental car company that you're talking about, but in the middle of COVID, I had a truck repaired at an auto body shop, and the insurance company got me a rental.
Yeah.
And there was a gentleman in his early 70s sitting there, and he said, look the car over real well before you take it. What happened to him and his wife rented a car in Vegas and took it back, and the next week he got a notice from the rental car company that they were going to charge him thousands of dollars for undercarriage damage. Apparently somebody had run this car through the desert, and they were pitting him on it, and they found it because of it was time for routine maintenance.
Oh, my
and,
God.
You know, he challenged it, but how do you prove you didn't do something? And this guy was old enough, I would swear to God, that he had never been off-road in his life.
You know, I don't know what to do about it. I mean, I guess you avoid them. You avoid them. You're right. How do you prove you didn't do something? We've had this once before, years ago here in Denver. What happened was we demanded through a lawsuit previous rental records through discovery and found that they repeated this charge. So that's how we did it. And this place went out of business. It literally went out of business. But you can't do that every time you get charged, right? Because it's a lot of money. So, man, I really think that you're at the mercy of the company. You really are. But as Mark said, if you have a credit card that covers this, don't fight it. Let them fight it. If they're charging you for this damage, take them up at their word and see if it really works. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Mark, you sent me pictures. They're not being opened. Wait. Sorry, below they are. Okay, I'm sorry. You sent me the actual photos. So this
woman.
woman.
After this break, man, Mandy's on the line. She used to work at Sixth Car Rental.
Oh, we'll talk about that. And then we'll also talk about this Mazda from Springs Automotive right after this.
Hey, it's Michael Brown. Tune in Saturday mornings at 8 to discover how you can safely make 50 to 80% returns on your investments annually.
Here you go, quick to these three.
Shares how Vestera Turnkey will produce and protect your growing net worth. Saturday mornings at 8 right here on KHOW.
I love ZeroResDenver.com, and I'll tell you why. For the name, Zero Res, they mean it. No residue on your carpet. In fact, when you get them to clean the first time, they're going to take out all the crap that came from previous cleanings, plus all the dander, the allergens, pathogens. Your carpets not only look clean, but feel clean, less water, stay clean longer, dry faster. I love them. And I also love them for another reason. Not just clean, beautiful carpets, but wonderful inside air quality and a healthier home. Isn't that worth it all? You know, ZeroResDenver.com means it. They're healthier, they're better, they're cleaner, and it's the only one I'll let in my home. 303-471-5150. 303-471-5150. Call ZeroResDenver.com. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. These are the people you want to help you sit down and come up with a plan. They're investment advisors, but they do more than that. They help you gather a nest egg through your life if you get to them early enough, protect that nest egg, and then turn it into income. If you're reaching retirement, they look at what you already have, your 401ks, your IRAs, your Roth, whatever you have, and your insurances, your estate planning. They try to help you shore up a retirement plan. They take those elements and turn them into a plan. They're happy to talk to you first. So what they want you to know is they will talk to you about your life. That's all complimentary. They'll let you know what they can do for you, and that's all free of charge. Call them and find out. 970-663-3211. 970-663-3211. Now listen, if you're getting any kind of a property catastrophe, don't just call a glorified carpet cleaner or somebody who removes water. You need way more than that. With a restoration company for a fire, flood, broken pipe, asbestos, mold, or any kind of dangerous substance in sewer backup, you need American Restoration 24/7. This is a company that attacks the problem the right way with the EPA certifications, the knowledge, the know-how, and the insurance to get the job done. They work with your insurance. Don't let your insurance pick the company, because they won't pick a great company like American Restoration 24/7. And you can call them directly, 8337-AM-REST, 8337-AM-REST.
Thank you. What do we got? 2 minutes?
Okay.
Did you get around to seeing Biden get on the wrong plane? You saw it, right? Mark?
Say it again.
You saw Biden getting on the wrong plane?
No, I didn't.
You never did? Oh, okay.
When was that?
After they brought the hostages back from Russia.
He met him like at the airport or something? On airport?
Mark has no credibility. He doesn't know anything.
Started walking to the other.
He got on the wrong plane. He got on the hostage plane, not Air Force One.
Oh, fuck.
But he said he went up there to say hi to the pilot.
Nobody was on the plane.
All right.
And, Mr. President, it's none of your fucking business to say hi to a pilot.
Hey, maybe here, I'll play Tom when it comes to rental car companies.
All right.
Maybe the government should get involved, just like he does with health insurance.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So the government should get involved and do all of the rental car agreements.
Did I say that, Mark?
Yeah, about.
I'm pretty sure that you were spouting that.
That's all right.
Bullshit.
I've always found that Shaliqua at the DMV has my best interest at heart.
Okay, I'm going to get Brad O'Brien back up.
Brad to the bone.
By the way, just so you know, Mark.
Yes, sir.
Worldwide, the Beatles sold 2.5 billion singles. 2.5 at a time when there were no. Hold on, at a time you couldn't download them. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. We're talking about Sixt. SIXT, all caps. Sixt, a car rental agency that hit a nerve. I'm getting texts from all over the country. People say they suck. And they charge for damages that were there time and time again. Mandy said she worked there. Mandy, what do you know about Sixt?
Yes, I worked there in this past January, and the people that they use a staffing agency to, you know, use the people that check in the cars, clean the cars, everything. And there was most of their employees.
Yeah.
When people would bring the cars back.
Yeah.
They would, let's say somebody had a slight attitude if they were late for their plane, or if they parked the car in a spot that the person, they didn't pull up far enough for the person checking in the car.
Yeah.
One particular, but it was more than just her, would just start making up as much things about the vehicle, like saying, oh, this car smells like smoke. This car, and just like nitpicking every single thing and trying their hardest, and literally say, ooh, I'm going to get them to have to pay a bad bill. I didn't like the way that their attitude was.
Well, how were the managers, though, the bosses? Would they go along?
I've never seen a manager come ever.
What's that?
There were never any managers. It was a supervisor and the supervisor that I had.
Yeah.
He actually went into a person left their GPS, like a really expensive GPS, in the vehicle, and then he got in to like check the car and do the end of the day when they bring it back check. He actually took the GPS and put it in his stuff to steal it, and the guy came back to get the GPS, and he just acted like
he didn't know where it went. Did she just disappear?
We lost her.
Okay, we lost her. Wow, we're not hearing good stuff. Kathleen's on the air. She wants to talk about advertising. Kathleen, I'm Tom Martino. What's going on, Kathleen? 303-713-TALK is our number. You can also call 303-MARTINO 24/7. And right now, hey, what's going on, Kathleen?
We are receiving many, many calls, I'd say 6 a day now for easily a week, about, were you in a car accident 2 years ago? We want to refer you. And they're all local numbers, not ever the same number.
Really? But may I ask you, have you been in an accident?
Well, it's been many years ago, and his truck was totaled, so he was able to have it transferred, and eventually...
Yeah, well, apparently they know that, right? Apparently, but why are you getting them now, I wonder, if it happened... How many years ago did it happen?
I think it's been 3. But why are people calling, and we just... He makes up these stories. Yeah, 4 people were killed, and then they didn't know what to do with the truck, and then they hang up. And
yeah, that's terrible. It's terrible that they're calling you. I wonder how that happened. In other words,
ask
why?
John Fuller.
What? Yeah, we know what? That's a great idea. Again, even though Mark doesn't know anything about music, he does have good ideas about the show. Mark, let's call John Fuller. I think that's a great idea. I do. I think it's a great idea. And we'll call him. I want to ask him his opinion on that. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We have a question for Brent Ivinson, Ideal Home Loans. Brent, so if they refinance, and you advertise refinancing if the rates go down, so they want to know really, and again, I want to know. So if I refinance, say at whatever it is, what is it?
Let's say 6875.
What does it have to go down to for you to take another look at it?
It just has to make sense for you to save money.
Okay, so do you call me or do I have to monitor? Well, I don't expect you, by the way.
No, we monitor it.
You monitor every loan you've done?
We'll reach out. We have an analytic.
So you have an automatic. That's a cool system, huh?
Definitely.
And you say, hey, you recently did a loan. We can do it again.
We can do it again, and
it
makes sense for you to save money.
You don't charge them for it.
Nope, no lender fees. Once you've done a loan with us, you won't pay lender fees ever again on any loan that you do with Ideal Home Loans.
Wait a minute. Ever? You just pay the normal prepaids.
Yep, just pay your normal prepaids.
Wait, Brent, I thought it was a 2-year deal. You're saying it's infinite?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep, it's infinite. So again,
they extended it, Mark, to lifetime. Once you're a customer, you're always a customer.
If I did a loan right now to pay off credit card debt and it was 7%, 7.5%, then a year later rates are down to 5%, you're going to refi me for free.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, now when we say the normal prepaid, you got to do your escrows and all that.
Yeah, escrows, title, that stuff. But you're not going to. There will be no
points.
Fees. Yep, no lender fees from Ideal Home Loans.
Wow. I don't know of anybody doing that, Brent.
Well, and the reason we did that, Mark, too, is that, look, we also have clients, like, think about this, okay? Everybody's situation changes, okay? So this is where we came up with Evolve by Ideal Home Loans. hey, maybe you need a smaller house. Maybe you need a bigger house. Maybe you're going to buy a second home. Maybe you're going to buy an investment property. Right. Is your system change or is your circumstances change? Your loan can change with you, and you can refinance or get a new loan.
I got a technical question.
Okay.
So if I'm a customer of yours, and then I buy another property, though, it doesn't apply to new loans.
Yes, applies to new loans.
Oh,
as well.
come on! So
it does.
Wait a minute. So if and I'm not trying to trick you, and I'm not. Gotcha. I really mean this. So if I buy a house with you, and I finance this house with you, and then I go out and find a rental, you're not going to charge me lender fees on that loan.
Nope, we're not going to charge you lender fees on that loan.
You're saying once a customer, you're covered.
That's right. You're covered.
Mark, that is like one of the coolest marketing. I've never, on their commercials, I used to say, no lender fees when you refi, but I never said once you're a customer
if
for
Brent
life.
wasn't the owner of the company, I'd be checking with the owner.
Yeah, I know. John Fuller, he is the owner of Fuller Law. John Fuller is our personal injury expert. Seriously, I want to talk to him about something. Hey, John, this woman is getting calls, or her husband gets calls over and over again for an accident that happened 2 years ago, saying, what do they ask specifically, Kathleen?
They're asking, I'd like to talk to you about your accident years ago. And I can't remember if it was 2
What do
or
they
3.
want to know? I mean, what do they want to know? Did you settle? Or is it open? Do you need help? What do they want to know? All of that?
Well, we don't go any further than that.
Okay, got it. John Fuller, the marketing, I'm all for marketing, but where do they get the information and why are they getting a slew of calls 2 years later?
I think, Tom, that, and I've gotten these same calls. I think that they're buying data of people that have made property damage claims. So they think if they get somebody who had a car repair, which typically happens at the beginning of the case, that a statistical number of those people will have been injured and maybe open to hiring an attorney for the injury case. I personally believe that is way over the line as far as ethical marketing techniques in Colorado. I have tried every time they have called me. I have tried to get through to the point that they would connect me with the law firm that was responsible. And I've given them every answer you can imagine about how bad my injuries were and all this stuff. And they always seem to ferret me out somehow, and they hang up on me. And I've tried it. I guarantee you I've tried it 15 times, and I've never gotten through. So I don't know who the law firm is, but if I ever found out who was doing that, I would report them to the bar because I absolutely think that's an inappropriate way to do
You know what's strange, guys, is I've had 2 calls now, and Barry's up on line 2, but I don't think these people ever were in an accident. So it's like, I don't even know where the data comes from.
Well, and I wasn't either, Mark, but I've been involved in hundreds and hundreds of claims with my clients, and I think somehow I wound up on one of those lists. But I can't seem to get through. So if anybody ever gets through and actually gets an appointment with an attorney, call me and let me know who it is. I'd sure love to know.
Hey, John, do they regulate how you advertise?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There is absolute, scrutiny of just about every single thing that we do.
That's that whole ambulance chaser deal, right?
It is. I mean, you can advertise till the cows come home in general, but you're not supposed to contact people directly. So sometimes I'll get referrals that basically say, hey, John, my cousin got in an accident. Here's his phone number. Call him up. I really can't do that. The ethical rules don't permit me to solicit business from that person directly. If they call me or they say, hey, please give me a call back, then that's fair game. So I think that these people that are advertising by calling these lists, and maybe what they do is they have a third-party company that's not the attorney and they're a referral company and they found a loophole, but eventually, I promise you, they're going to land on some attorney's desk. And I don't know who it is, but in my mind, that is over the line as far as what you can ethically do to solicit business in Colorado.
All right, so that's John Fuller, our personal injury expert and attorney at law, and he's responding to these calls people are getting. He's at 303-597-4500. Barry, Do you have the same kind of comment?
Yes, I do. I keep getting these calls. But I also call some other people, and it's a local number, and I ask them, where are you calling from? They generally hang up, but next time somebody calls, I will hang on and I actually talk to somebody and find out what you're calling from and maybe how they got my number.
Yeah, you can't find out, right?
No, I can, but I haven't tried recently.
Why don't you try?
I didn't have
Anybody listening, try and tell us who they connect you with. We'd like to know.
All right, thank you.
Thank you,
I
Barry.
will. Thank you.
You know, I get these calls. Hey, big boy, are you available? But that's all I get. I don't know where they get my name. Mark, what do you think it's coming from, Mark? You got a good sense usually. What do you think?
I think, well, say it again. Ask the question again.
You know, these calls, where do you think the data is coming from?
I don't know where the data is coming from, but I'm sure some company figured out how to get data of possibly people that have been in accidents. But even more, it might just be a total phishing scheme to anybody that owns a car in a certain state. They get the data, then they just go out fishing, and then they sell the leads to an attorney.
Oh, that could be, actually. That could be not an attorney doing it at all, but then selling the leads afterwards. We got
can
more
I make
coming
a
up.
suggestion?
Yeah.
Everybody just get an app called Hiya, Hiya. It's a free screening app, and it will significantly reduce the number of junk calls you get. Hiya.
How does it work?
I don't know. It screens a lot of these junk calls from my telephone.
You know, there are all kinds of those. That's an ID blocker. I don't know how it works. I'm reading
But it's
about
free.
it.
What do you got to lose?
No, I mean, you know, well, sometimes, and I'm not saying with this, sometimes you have a lot to lose because what they do is gain access. You know, I want to tell you about that. I almost installed an app out of curiosity, and then I actually read the disclaimer, and it has to do with making money playing solitaire. Have you ever seen those ads? You know, you can make money playing solitaire or playing games on your phone.
Oh, they're all over the place.
Oh, wait till you hear what I discovered about this one. We got more coming up.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com.
Have you ever seen those ads?
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Discover.
Well, the good news is we aren't dealing with any major issues on the highway drive. A little slow, southbound I-25, I-70 down to Spear. Then you're looking good on your way to the Tech Center, even south to Castle Rock, not bad. Northbound I-25 with a little bunching around Alameda. There is heavy traffic westbound I-70 approaching Colorado to Brighton. Shouldn't add any extra time to your drive. Outbound Pena a little busy coming in from Tower Road. Off the highways, eastbound Bellevue closed. Hawley to Monaco, they've got that accident investigation in there. As we look at your weather forecast for today, we're going to see a few clouds, but sunny and hot. High up near 96 degrees. Right now it's currently 85 degrees in downtown Denver. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Aaron O'Neill, 630 KHOW.
Time with family, laughs with friends, and cash back? Discover's got you covered on the last one. That's because Discover doubles all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cash Back Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
Yeah, and if you're looking for the best deals on water heaters, Europlumbing, Colorado.com. Man, I love talking about great deals, and you don't get better than Europlumbing. In fact, I had plumbers look at it saying, Tom, I don't know how they're doing it. Be careful. And I said, okay. And guess what? They have great ratings. $13.99 for a 40-gallon tank, fully installed, the old one taken away and hauled away. $14.99 for a 50-gallon tank, any size you want they can do, and they say put them to the test. 303-668-6844. 668-6844. Now, let's talk about windows. Beautiful windows made right here in Colorado. You know, they were commercially made for a long time for commercial installations. Then they decided to start making some sliders and casements and double hungs for homes. They have a great window, thermally insulated fiberglass frame, and an IGU insulated glass unit that's damn near like a wall for insulation. I mean, I love this product, and I love the fact that the oldest home improvement company in all of Colorado is installing it and the exclusive dealer. K&H Home Solutions. I've known this company for the entire time. I've been in Colorado 45 years. They've been around 65 years. I've known all the owners, including the current one, 303-421-7100. You should call them before you make a mistake with any other window. These are made in Colorado for Colorado, 421-7100.
Thank you. What do you got? 4 minutes.
Yeah, great.
So, I am reasonably sure. Like, Felicity just called and she said, "Are you 100% sure?" I'm like, I'm not 100% sure about anything. I can't even guarantee I have clothes on right now. I forget all the... So, I am reasonably sure that I took those out of a vehicle after the Boulder Not Race for a Cure. And I stuck them somewhere down there. I got them kind of somewhere out of the way. Did they end up maybe in that big bin next to the big double doors in the way back of the garage? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Did it? Okay. I don't know about maybe ending up, and they're definitely not in KBCO's cage, right? Understood. Well, to the bet, I recall handling them after the Boulder Bowl. Like, did I take them out of a vehicle? Did I have to move them from the garage area further back into storage? I don't know, but I remember touching them. So there's no way they're not down there, unless somebody grabbed them and moved them since. That's been a minute. So that's all I know. That's the last thing I know. They're definitely not like in the KBCO van. I know that. Yeah. Well, who would have? How would
What
that
is Rocket
gotten
Money?
thrown out? There's no way.
It's an app.
Oh my God! It's like 4 dead bodies. It's so much material. Well, I mean, I can certainly help look around when I get out of here in about 20
Rocket Money, our mission to empower people.
That's all I got. All right, sorry. Big fan of yours. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Charles, I'm looking for, it's Marc Mager with the Tom Martino Show. I'm looking for Josh, Gary, or Jairus to come on air.
Unless you call and say you found it. No. Unless you call and say you found it.
Yeah, tell them it's about selling a business. Yep, hold on. I'm going to put you on hold for a second.
Don't run off. Hang on.
Troubleshooter Show, what's your first name? What is it? Gene, what's your comment or question?
Okay, that's used to be
I
true,
can't.
Bill.
Gene, I'm sorry. I just can't hear you. God bless.
I don't know how. This is the one thing I find weird.
Okay.
A lot of these apps, like Truebill, when I
Who is it?
was going to sign up for it because they monitor credit
Okay.
cards for recurring fees, and they're pretty good. They have a good algorithm to pick up on subscriptions you didn't mean to get and shit. But they want your fucking username and password for every account you have.
Hey, Tom.
That's dangerous. Yeah.
Hold on.
It's dangerous.
Troubleshooter Show. Hold on one sec for me. Okay, you there? Oh.
I mean, you know, like.
On the flip side of it, that's right.
So.
Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right, Tyler, what's happening? Hi, Tyler.
Hi.
What's going on?
Yeah, so I'm in the process of selling my landscape company.
Yeah.
And I just want to try to make sure that the buyer that is interested is wanting to do it in installments. I trying to find a way to like make a contract or some way that
sure
I get protected.
Okay, Tyler, I want to ask you a few things. Okay, first of all, it's damn near impossible to truly be protected when selling an enterprise on installments. That goes for any business anywhere at any time, other than a franchise. Franchises are different. But if you're simply selling, first I need to ask some basic questions, okay? What are you actually selling when you said your business? Because in a business, you have two main assets. Two, you have equipment, well, actually three, equipment, inventory, and you have customers. But you can't really sell, you can sell customers, but you can't guarantee it. Equipment you can sell. So what are you actually selling?
So I'm selling some equipment as well as the accounts. So like the clients that, since we're not able to finish off this season of lawn mowing, we're selling the accounts, and then this new company can take over existing lawns.
Okay, now, how many clients do you have?
We have about 66 right now.
And will those clients stick with the new company, do you think? I mean, are they loyal? How long have you had them?
It depends. Some we've had for about 5 years, and then others we just got this year. So there's a variety of.
How long have you had the business, Tyler?
I want to say 7 years now.
Hey, what's the annual revenue? I'm just curious.
About 60,000.
And how much are you asking?
We're asking 6,500.
Oh, that's nothing. And this person who's buying it does not have the 6,500.
That's what they were saying, that with the recession that's happening now and all these excuses that they don't have the money. But they're also, this company that's looking to buy it already has an existing landscape company. They just don't do the lawn mowing side. So they're expanding. So that's kind of how we found them.
I think it's valued higher than that if you've had that revenue for 7 years.
That's what I meant. It's almost nothing.
I wouldn't take a payment on $6,500 under this circumstance ever.
Right. What I'm thinking is this, Tyler. The equipment, how much is the equipment really worth in a fire sale?
About 1,500.
Okay. I would insist on getting paid for the equipment up front because it's going to be worth nothing once they take it and use it. So I would insist on putting that down plus a reasonable payment on revenue for the rest of this season. Now, the problem is this, okay? They can have so many reasons. Like what are they proposing, by the way, as far as attrition? Are they saying if they lose customers, they're not going to pay on them, or what are they actually saying?
They didn't mention anything like that, but since we don't have any contracts with our clients, there's no guarantee that they would stick with this new company once they step in.
Of course, man, if you've got records on, the different clients you have, the addresses, how long they have been with you, and everything looks good, I'll write you a check for it.
What, Mark?
Yeah, I know someone I can sell it to. So I mean, it's like you're Tyler. I think really what I'm trying to tell you is you're underselling this if it's real.
Okay, so okay,
but you know what? Let's take a break, Tom, and then I got Jared with RPC on. They go through buying and selling businesses all the time for their clients.
That's Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. Good, let's do that. I'm Tom Martino. More coming up.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm.
Well, the good news is we aren't dealing with any major issues on the highway drive. A little slow, southbound I-25, I-70 down to Spear. Then you're looking good on your way to the Tech Center, even south to Castle Rock, not bad. Northbound I-25 with a little bunching around Alameda. There is heavy traffic westbound I-70 approaching Colorado to Brighton. Shouldn't add any extra time to your drive. Outbound Pena a little busy coming in from Tower Road. Off the highways, eastbound Bellevue closed. Hawley to Monaco. They've got that accident investigation in there. As we look at your weather forecast for today, we're going to see a few clouds, but sunny and hot. High up near 96 degrees. Right now, it's currently 85 degrees in downtown Denver. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Aaron O'Neill, 630 KHOW.
It's Mattress Firm's semi-annual sale and clearance. Save up to 60% on a wide selection of quality mattresses at every price. Plus, score a free adjustable base with a qualifying purchase. Hurry and stop by Mattress Firm today.
You know, I can't stress enough how important it is to have the right roofing company do your job. And there's no one that does it like Excel Roofing as an excellent EXCEL. I'd say that for as far as companies go, I'd say that they're run better than most companies in general. They, first of all, protect the consumer 100%. They won't take a dime, not a cent, until you're content. They don't force you into a long-term contract. There are no penalties to change your mind. It's an amazing process they have, and they keep people happy. ExcelRoofing.com. Another thing they do, which is crazy, they know the whole roof system. They leave your house better, not just with a new roof, but cooling and heating better because the attic ventilation system. I could go on, but this is the company you want. ExcelRoofing.com. 303-761-6400. 761-6400. Now, speaking of ventilation, once you know your attic is well ventilated, you would do great by having a whole house fan. I have one, QCColorado.com. By the way, QC has a powerful in-house fan. Well, not in-house. They remote mount it in the attic that sucks all the heat from the cool air from the lower parts of the house and push all that ugly heat out. And on hot days, it evens out temperatures. On cooler days, it brings in fresh air. You can use this about 3 seasons. And what you do is you use it in substitute for the air in fall and early winter, because when it gets really hot on those days, you can also use it to augment your air and use less air conditioning the rest of the year. And you just use it in mornings and evenings for cool, beautiful, comfortable breeze in your home. I love it. You will too. QCColorado.com. Call them 303-800-3419. 303-800-3419.
Very nice. 3 minutes.
Thank you.
Hey, Tom.
Yes.
So under show notes, when I go to type in there, I can only type one fucking line. I used to be able to type 5 lines. How do I fix that?
Okay, what do you mean? Like, if you keep typing, what happens?
Here, I'll show you what happens. I'm just going to type a
go
fuckload
ahead.
of H's.
Go ahead.
That's it. When I typed them in, it actually went the entire length of the page, but when I hit enter, all you see is that.
Okay, I got to wrap it. Hold on. Okay,
you go. Wrap it up, baby.
Hold on,
Wrap it up. Call it a day.
For some reason...
Lights, curtain, action.
Hold on. For some reason, the wrap feature went away on it. Hold on. I want to see if it's the same for me, too. And
I know you didn't touch it.
Well,
nothing changed.
Here's the problem with this, Mark. If you stop your smart-assness. Here's the problem, is that I have everyone down as an editor, so they can technically change things without really changing it. Oh, mine's wrapping. Wait a minute. So did you see my X's, how I did that?
Yep.
But when you do it, it all stays.
Let me try it there.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. I got to check the cells. You're right. Each cell maybe has to be checked to wrap.
Check the cells.
I will.
Checking.
I will do that. There's a simple setting.
You are not simple, sir. I have known you long enough to know you are extremely complex.
And we know all your exes.
Not just complex.
And I know all your exes.
Not just complex, but really smart. That's the whole damn deal.
And if you can't pronounce her name right, call her vice president.
Well, and just Mark, with this new administration coming in, you're just going to have to get used to redefining success.
I'm looking forward to those great fucking press conferences that Trump puts on.
I'm looking forward to tampons in the men's room.
Nice.
Thank you.
I can't. Wait a minute. Why the fuck is that one not wrapping? And I can't even wrap it. Wait a minute.
Maybe it's white.
Just wait.
All right. Anyhow, I'm using the other one, so don't worry.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to make them wrap.
You do it.
Yo.
Do it, man.
What the hell? Wrap.
I'm white.
I'm Martino, and you got to know. On the
What
radio
the
40
hell?
days.
Currently rising.
It's my show.
Data. Let me see. Data.
There's astronauts stuck in space. We're thinking about the wrong stuff.
Is that really
I
true?
would not hop on a Boeing spacecraft.
It says, here's the headline, NASA unsure of best way to get astronauts home.
Yeah, you know what you do? You pick up the phone and you call SpaceX and say, hey, can our guys get a ride?
Mr. Musk, sir.
They don't want to do that under any circumstance.
Too bad. They're okay with Amazon, though. Getting delivered to the wrong house and then stolen off the porch.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. We'll bring up Jared, who's with... Jared is with Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. Are we talking about... Is it Jared or Jairus? Jared?
This is Jairus, Tom.
Jairus. That's what I thought. Jairus. Okay. Because I don't
Jared.
know. I don't know of any Jared. Well, I actually do. But Jairus, listen, man. Mark, it's like Paris, but with a J.
Got it.
You got it.
So, Jairus, what I'd like to know is, when you're selling a business, now he's not retiring, but you talk to a lot of guys selling a business. How do they normally value a business?
Depends on the industry, but there's usually a multiplier of either revenue or earnings. So, if he's saying his revenue is $60,000 a year, sometimes you can get half or 2/3 or even 1 times that. Depends on what the earnings is, though, after expenses. I don't know, Tyler. Is Tyler still on the line?
Yes,
Does
he
he have
is.
any
Tyler,
expenses coming out of that?
Tyler, out of the 60, how much of that do you attribute to expenses? Now, when we say expenses, we mean the salary it would take to do those lawns and the cost of fuel and all of that.
Maintenance, everything else.
It'd be I want to say about like 5,000 to 7,000.
5,000 to 7,000 what expenses? Hold on.
Yeah, with having to do maintenance on equipment or buying new equipment.
Let me explain this to you. Who does those 60 lawns?
Me and my 2 brothers.
Okay, those 60 lawns take how long to do each lawn?
Say around 20 minutes a lawn.
20 minutes a lawn.
Mm-hmm.
So if we do that times 20 minutes, 60 lawns, that's 1,200 minutes divided by 60 would give you 20 hours to do all of your lawns. Is that correct, or does it take longer?
I would say that's about accurate.
And then you got to get to and from. You got to get to and from those lawns and in between, and you almost have to put another 50% factor on for 30. So if you take 30 hours, okay, and because you work a whole week for these lawns, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's about 30 hours for sure. So how much is the cost of labor for 30 hours? Okay, what is the cost of labor? How much per hour? Do you figure it out per hour? Because I don't think you're getting an accurate view of what you're making. 30 hours at how much an hour? If you were going to hire someone, how much would you have to pay them per hour?
I would probably around 20 an hour.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So you're looking at $600 in labor per week, okay, right? 600 per week times, let's just say, how many weeks a year do you work?
Oh, let's see.
How many weeks a year for this landscaping?
Probably 16 weeks.
16 weeks. So you're looking at $9,600. Let's call it 10 grand for labor to have people show up and do this. And if you talk about 10 grand for labor, so if out of your 66, that's 56 right there. You're down to 56,000. And if you look at equipment depreciation on what you gave me, you're probably down to 60. And if you look at the cost of fuel, you're probably clearing somewhere around what, 48 grand? I mean, is it about 48?
Yeah, that sounds.
Now, do you divide that? Do you divide that with your brothers?
Yep. So we have. Yeah, we pretty much divide. Since I don't pay them by hour, we pretty much just split the cost.
Yeah, you
of
all
each run
split
that
the
we do.
profit. So how much do you split at the end of the season?
It's about a 40. I take 40%, and then they take 30.
I mean, but how much do you have in the pot that you split up?
Oh, about 40,000.
Exactly what I thought. Hold on, Jairus. We'll come back to Tyler and more on the Troubleshooter Show.
Awesome.
See, people don't know what they do.
Designs by sundown at Big Landscape Company.
Typing hostage demands over there? What are you doing?
No, you call that angry typing? It's not, though. That was not. I will say I can be an angry typer.
Troubleshooter Show, what is your first name? Tom, you still around? Oh, crap. Never mind.
Sally,
hello? Oh, hang on. Troubleshooter Show, this is Shannon. You got it. You go, huh?
Oh, yeah. That was at 200.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, that you have to go, or that you have an idea.
Materials and labor in the thing.
I
mean, if even. It's crazy.
Well, let me get you over to Mark, because Mark's going to be better. Here he comes right now. Hang on.
Well, I think that's the
It's Jairus.
finding
He
the
has to
labor
go.
side of
Talk to
it.
you.
Hey,
Oh, for sure. No one wants to work. Everyone just wants to make money.
I swear to God.
It's crazy. No, it is. It's become totally nuts.
Or they want to own. They think they should be an owner. I mean,
Right,
I
yeah,
swear
for
to
sure.
God, it's like, fuck you.
Yeah, and then they don't understand what it takes to own the thing and deal with it all. Because when something has to get done and there's no one else to do it, there's only one person.
That's why I said I'd buy it, and I know a kid I'd sell it to.
Nah.
Yeah, easily. Yeah.
Did Mark
I get it.
make Suzanne mad
I'm
today?
hoping
She's not.
someone listening might.
Oh, no, she's taking some time off.
Good.
So, Tom, you got my photo?
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah. I sent him a
know, I
picture
thought
of
it
you
was
just
funny.
now to his other text line, his Google text line.
Picture of me.
The hard-working Bucky Beaver. Look at you.
I love Bucky.
Love Beaver.
I was up there having a sandwich Saturday. Had a barbecue sandwich. Walked around, almost bought a new Bucky's tie-dye shirt.
Oh.
But they didn't have my size. They didn't have a medium.
Medium. They didn't have a tent topper.
All right, B team's rolling in.
You better believe it. D team.
Even worse.
How come some of the other shows they got two people?
No, I'm
Like
good.
how many's
Thanks,
in
Mike. Appreciate
Mandy's
it.
show, or is it just one? Am I crazy?
Usually just
It's Coover right
Oh,
It's Coover right now, so it's great.
how about morning news? Do they have two people?
yeah. Then we got 10
You
people
and
on that
Cole
show.
and the two hosts, plus the money guy, plus the other news guy, plus the other news girl that writes everything.
Oh
And
shit,
then traffic.
that's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a real show.
Do weather. Oh,
Yeah.
it's an ass load of money. It's well over $1 million a year. Did you see my?
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
That's what my shirt would have looked
Oh, I
like.
thought it was a diaper bag.
How much was that?
I don't know.
50?
Yeah, 40, 50.
It's fucking. I might get one. Suzanne would love
It's kind
that.
of fun because once
Yeah,
you
it's a
load it
lovely
up,
diaper bag.
you lock it down and it's a nice little. It fits anywhere.
Is it waterproof?
Ooh, will it fit on your
it's
Frontier
cooler.
thing? Is that the personal one for Frontier?
What?
Is that,
It depends which way you place it in there. So that's what they told me. These fucking pricks. So let's pretend it's
right.
It's like
You're
this,
like this,
and I put it in. It fits perfect. He goes, no, you got to put it in this way, and it sticks out. That's the first time I sued him. I swear to God, and I had it all on video. He goes, no, it's got to fit this way.
Great.
Well, then when you find out, they get like $20 a pop for everybody they pop. Fucking assholes. Yeah, not when you're there getting ready to board the plane.
True.
And your option is you either pay or you're not getting on the plane.
right. And you got to pay, what, 50, 60 bucks?
You have to. And if you don't, you're not getting on the plane or you're leaving your luggage with the guy that just fucked you.
Which is a great option.
Think of that business model. I mean, you're so screwed at that point. Then there's no phone number to call to complain. They got it down, man. I would have loved to have been in the boardroom when they came up with that one.
Fucking with a guy that literally shits summons.
Holy shit. That was, and once again, that was the first time I sued
Do
them.
you have anything like?
And you still go back for more. You get their all-you-can-eat pass.
I got their
all the
all-you-can-eat
time.
pass. I'm strapped, man. But now it's funny. I guarantee somewhere, anytime I book, I haven't had,
Flag
since the
pops
third
up.
lawsuit, I haven't had one fucking problem. I mean, it's really remarkable. And because of the last one, they allow me to bring carry-ons now at no charge.
Ooh.
And they allow me to pick out a seat, except for, like, the front 6.
Okay. Yeah, because those are the cushion seats, right? Everything else doesn't have a cushion.
Fuck, man, they're bad, dude. When you're going to Vegas, it's like an hour and
It's an
20
hour.
minutes.
Yeah. Anything longer than an hour and a half, I ain't
Oh.
choosing Frontier.
I took them to Florida a couple times.
Ooh.
Orlando is
No.
like a year away on Frontier,
Yeah,
man.
That's what, 3 hours, 3.5?
Yeah. The key is a lot of tequila and then pass out.
Because they don't even recline, do they? I
No.
think they were, yeah.
No, not even like a little. Oh, my goodness. All right, I got to get Brad O'Brien. Oh, dude, that guy from yesterday
Yeah, Eric?
sent me, I swear to God, no less than 50 pictures of himself, even down to pictures of literally just a Trump hat. Not even him in it. Just a picture of a red Trump hat.
That's beautiful. Thanks for calling the Troubleshooter Show. Please hold a moment.
Hey, Brad, it's Mark. You ready to come back on? I got her back up. All right, hold tight, man. Oh, Lord, let me get that one. Let's see, Brad O'Brien. So you're going to be doing Brad and locking him in. Troubleshooter Show. What's your first name? Larry, what is your question or comment? Yeah, what's the basic problem? Is it with the house painter or what happened? Got it. Crappy job. That's all I need. We'll get it on air so everybody knows to stay away from whoever it is. Hold tight, all right?
Here you go, Tom.
Or on the Joe Pag Show, tonight from 6 to 9 on 630 KHOW.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. Gosh, do we have a lot to talk about today? Believe it or not, we have so many different topics, but I always go to the phones first. They take my priority. And we have Brad O'Brien on, who is a real estate attorney, real estate law. He does all kinds of stuff, and I always recommend people. You know, Brent Ivinson with Ideal Home Loans with us today. Brent, very few people have docs looked over by attorneys anymore. Yeah. Back east, it's a tradition. Everyone has an attorney review docs.
It's law.
They don't necessarily.
Yeah.
So anyway, what about that? I mean, why is that? Do you think? Why?
Well, so I think because the real estate contract here is standardized, so most people feel like. Now, I will tell you that when you get into a contract with a new home builder, there is a labyrinth of stuff in every one of those contracts.
You should look out for.
You should definitely have someone take a look at that and go through it, because it's kind of anything goes. It's whatever they throw in there, you're stuck with. So
anyway, Brad O'Brien, we lean on a lot for information, and this had to do with a lease. And what happened was Sally called and said that her friend was being charged a $200 reletting fee at the end of the lease. That's not because she's re-upping. It's not a renewal fee, but she's leaving. It's the end of the lease. She fulfilled all her obligations, and the landlord comes back and says, oh, by the way, you have to pay $200. And she said, for what? For us to relet it to somebody else. And she's saying, wait, my obligation's over. Now, Brad O'Brien indicated that even if it's in the lease, there's some new laws that may prohibit certain fees. And we asked him to look at the lease. Brad, what did you find?
Well, after that call, I did receive the lease and looked at it. I did find that statute also. And this particular $200 charge for reletting, the reletting fee is not prohibited by the statute.
Oh. Why is it not prohibited? Tell me when it would be prohibited and why it's not prohibited.
Okay, well, this statute, which changed a year ago today, CRS 3812-801, prohibits a provision in your written lease for a fee or charge for a tenant's failure to provide notice of non-renewal of a rental agreement. So it's prohibiting a fee for not giving a notice of non-renewal. So that's not quite what this reletting fee is. This reletting fee is not explained, but it's not the thing that's prohibited by the statute.
What is that? It's just, what is that fee? They just say we're going to charge you at the end of the lease, period? That's just it?
Yeah, it's a reletting fee, whatever that is. It might have to do with cleaning, might have to do with their admin charges of
But because it's in the lease stated that way, then they can charge it.
Yeah, it's by contract. It's a written contract signed by both sides. It's enforceable and not prohibited by statute.
But if it ever said, you did not notify us, you're not renewing, therefore there's a penalty, that would not be allowed.
That's right. You cannot have in the lease something that says, you don't give notice of non-renewal, here's a fee. That's not allowed any longer.
Well, what happens if they got this money? I mean, what teeth are in the law? Does Polis come out and kick the people in their ass, or what happens?
What do you mean by that, Mark? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, if a landlord does charge a fee for something they're not allowed to do, what's the ramification?
The statute, if they had a fee that was not allowed by statute, the tenant could sue the landlord and get, in some cases...
Tom and Brad, that's exactly where I was going. We're talking about $200. So if they take $200 out of a deposit because they already have the money, now this person's going to have to go out, hire an attorney...
No, how about small claims court? How about small claims court?
Yeah, maybe so. I bet most people won't do it, though.
Yeah. I'm telling you, though, Brad, thank you for looking at that. That's too bad. We thought we had him, Sally, but Brad is saying that he believes that this fee is allowed because it's a contractual fee, simply called a reletting fee, and he said the only one that would have been prohibited is some kind of penalty for not renewing fee, for not notifying of renewal. So You got to tell your friend she's out of luck there. But you can still contest other charges they took out of the security deposit if you disagree. What are some of those, by the way, you disagree with?
Well, some of them were some cleaning charges made, and also fees for using the fireplace, which I didn't use. I feel pretty confident on fighting those, but this one I just didn't really feel like I understood the law.
Yeah,
I really appreciate this advice. I certainly wouldn't sign another lease with that charge in it now, and so I've learned a lot. So this was worth the call and the education on this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, Mark, did Jairus have to leave on this call for the business?
Yeah, he did. We had a nice little talk over the break. So here's what it comes down to.
Okay, let's talk to Tyler. Tyler's 22 years old.
Tyler's got this thing way too undervalued. I mean, this thing's probably worth, I'd say, maybe 40 or 50 to the right person. So I wonder if anybody listening right now is interested in buying his basic business.
But let me explain this, though. Let me explain this. What he's really talking about is a profit of about 40,000. No, actually, it's not.
Let me say something real quick. When I sold my internet company years ago, Mountain Peak Internet, what I did is I went to another company, East Central, and every client that I had, they paid me X amount of dollars for. And that's how we did the deal way back then. I didn't sell them equipment. I didn't sell them anything but the customers.
May I finish
that's all
on this?
Tyler's
We're
doing.
talking, he is saying, his numbers aren't making sense, because he is saying he makes about 60,000 gross on this, okay? Then he said he has about 40 to split. Where is that 20,000 going? I was figuring labor and everything when I said 40. He said that doesn't include labor. He doesn't pay labor, and then he splits up 40 grand. His numbers are not making sense. There is no way he is grossing 60 or 66,000 on this thing. He said 66 customers, I'm sorry, and I think he said 60 grand, right?
Yeah, yes, and here's what I'm saying, though. I don't even think you're looking at it correctly from this stance. The person that would buy it is somebody like, I'm just using this as an example, Mr. Green Jeans, who can come in, already has a business doing the same thing, picks up 60 new customers without having to advertise, and gives a guy some money.
No, that's right. You could do it that way. That's right. You buy the 60 customers. I'm not talking
marketing it to another 22-year-old. I'm saying sell what you have, which is a list of people that pay you every month.
That's right. That's right. Without regard to the gross and the net, because it's not working. They can do their own. Another landscaping company can say, this is what 60 customers mean for me. This is what they mean to me, because his numbers aren't making sense. So Tyler, you should get way more than $6,500 for 66 customers. They're giving you basically $100 a customer.
Yeah, because
$100 a customer. Come on, man, that's way undervalued.
Yeah, because we did the math that it's pretty much 2 weeks worth of mowing.
And not only that, but listen to this, Mark. Not only are they offering him $100 per customer, they're offering him, they want to do it in installments. Come on. There's no way he should do that. So how much do you think, Mark, you would pay per, you know what? Let's call a landscaper. Let's call LEM, or let's call Mr. Green Jeans. Let's call them.
I think I'll call Green Jeans.
And they may not, they may not want to buy this company, but what would they pay per customer technically? What do they think? Let's get an idea. Okay, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We got someone who needs insurance advice coming up, and someone with help with the auto dealership. Plus, we have Ideal Home Loans in the house, 303-713-8255. Don't forget, Water Pros can do a water system, drinking water, all the drinking water you want, without PUFAs, which are forever chemicals, without any plastics, without any problems. Pure drinking water for $1,400. And it's the best price you'll ever find. Waterpros.net.
I wasn't sure what tech my business needed.
I wasn't sure what tech my business needed.
So I decided on my own.
So I went to Lenovo.com for expert advice.
My solution was a bad fit.
Our new tech is the perfect fit for our team.
When every decision matters, join Lenovo Pro, Lenovo's free membership program at Lenovo.com, and unlock new AI experiences with Lenovo's ThinkPad X1 Carbon, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors.
You know, is John Fuller here?
Yes.
Okay, good. John Fuller is our personal injury expert, and we talk to him all the time for advice on accidents. And anyway, a good question is, how do you choose the right lawyer? And I'll tell you why. It's no secret that personal injury attorneys do a lot of advertising, and you're always listening to people pitch you to use them. Some of them even give themselves fancy nicknames. And what I want to know, John, is how do you choose the right lawyer after an accident? Without the obvious answer, hire me. What would you answer, John? Seriously.
It's a great question. It's one I get all the time. That's what clients want to know when they sit down to talk about their accident is why you. And here's basically the deal. You know, I come on this radio show all the time. It's been 7 or 8 years now where I try to give people information that will help them make better decisions about the insurance that they buy so that if, God forbid, anything happens to them, they're better prepared to weather the storm by having the right insurance and the right coverage and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, when you choose an attorney, whether it's me or somebody else, it's just like choosing your doctor or your dentist or your mechanic. It's got to be trust. You've got to believe that that person understands you and will communicate directly with you. Now, I'm not on TV and I'm not on the radio bragging about outcomes. I'm not here telling you I'm the top 10 of whatever, and I don't parade a bunch of clients and Joe Blow or John got me X number of thousands of dollars. I just think that's not classy and it's not really what I'm about. But if you want a small firm that provides you excellent communication and excellent customer service, and you want to have somebody that you can pick up the phone and call at a moment's notice if something comes up that you think is important, then I think there's one clear choice, and it's my firm. And I'd be honored to get your phone call and a chance to earn your business.
Yeah, and I do really mean this. I've heard from clients, and one of them, in fact, a couple of your clients, Mark and Suzanne, the personalized attention is for sure. And you know, you don't get that with a lot of giant firms. You're also not just a number, and I say, notice the difference. 303-597-4500, 597-4500, and that's myaccidentlawyer.co. Hey, Red Rocks Roof and Solar, you'll notice a difference there when it comes to solars. First of all, they do solar systems from beginning to end, sales, service, installation, all of it. And they also even help you if you didn't get one from them. That's how good their service department is. And they can help you through financing. They can help you with tax credits. They can help you through each and every process, including if you have a commercial system, getting it paid for 100% with a grant. Those are called REAP grants. Find out more at redrocksrs.com. Great people in the solar business, Red Rocks Roof and Solar, and that's the number is 303-704-2449. Made in the Shade. This is a solution for window coverings. That right now, window coverings have made a big metamorphosis into the future with technology. Solar powered, battery powered. They have some that work with your cell phones, and they have done away with all cords and strings and dangerous stuff. They're wonderful. So even if you don't have a new home, you may want to just upgrade your window coverings. Made in the Shade will do it all. They'll measure first and have a designer help you pick the right stuff, all free of charge. Then if you decide to move forward, they will have the best installers in the business. They handle it all. Made in the Shade, denvershades.co. That's denvershades.co, 720-458-6566.
Hey, Tom?
Yes. Brent, you want to talk to him off the air?
No, I just want to ask.
Right now?
Yeah, talk to him off the air.
Oh, you want him to call you?
Oh, yeah. Give him my number and have him call me when he gets a chance.
Is it about a loan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we thought you wanted to get out of that other. Yeah.
Okay.
Give me your number, Doc, and I'll call you after the show.
It's can I give it to him now, Tom?
No, I'll give it to him.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, thanks.
Hey, it's Mark over at the Troubleshooter Show. Give me a call back at give me a call at 303-713-8255. I wanted to use you on the air as an expert. Thanks, bye.
When we get done today, just give me his number. I'll call him.
So I do it now, so sorry.
Okay. It's texted. Perfect. Yeah.
I just like betting with you. Amen. Phil Weiser is the Attorney General of the state of Colorado. You can go back to your lane. All right, bye.
Thanks.
10 seconds, Tom.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com.
So, man, we're skipping around to so many topics. So, I got a list
real quick, we had someone out there that had an insurance question, Tom. Our phone's rebooted, and I did not have his phone number. So if you're listening, call back in.
Is that Tim?
No, Tim, I believe's there. It was the other one.
All right. So, Tim, what do you need for insurance advice, Tim?
Well, I have American Family Insurance, and they just keep going up and up. They have my home.
Yeah.
My automobiles, and they've had it for like 30 years,
Well,
but I'm tired of it.
We have that free insurance checkup from Compass Insurance Group. And again, I want to say something, though. All insurance is going up. How many homes do you have?
Right. Just the one.
And how many cars?
3 vehicles.
And do you have any teenage drivers?
Oh, no.
Uh-huh. So you have
Just me and my wife.
3 cars, you and your wife, and a home. What's your home worth about?
$250.
What are you paying a year now on home and auto all together, one lump? Well, how much you paying?
Well, my homeowners was $380 a month.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And
what do you think of Progressive?
Okay, let's talk to Brian Burns, Compass Insurance Group. Brian, insurance is going up. I mean, I want to ask you something on an off topic here. Not off topic, it's on the topic, but not on his particular question. But I want you to answer his question. On the insurance checkups you're doing, where you look at the DEX page, the declarations page of people, it used to be about 85% of the time you can find better coverage, less money, or better coverage, or whatever. You can improve them about 85%. Yep. Has that stayed about the same, or are you finding that now it's even, that the whole industry is less competitive?
Yeah, I would say it's less than that now, only from the standpoint, I would say that whenever someone's been with the carrier for a while, like this gentleman, I don't know what his deductible is. He might have $1,000 deductible. New business now, it's really hard to find a carrier that will offer a deductible that low. So when we're talking to people, usually their primary purpose is, man, my rate just doubled. Can you look at this? And a lot of times we can find a better option as far as price is concerned, but it also might require a higher deductible because I only have one company that will even offer $1,000 deductible now. I used to have 10 that would do that. Now it's down to 1. So it's just, you just have to explain it to them, and some people want to take on that additional risk and save the money, and some don't.
Now, what you should not be asking Tim, although you asked, what do you think about this company or that company or this company or that company? What you should do is get a, quote, with an array of companies and then look at the positives and negatives for each one. But to your question about Progressive, they're a good company, right, Brian?
Yeah, no, I like Progressive. Progressive, I just got a memo from them that they're pausing writing homeowners insurance in the state of Colorado until November.
Oh,
so,
my goodness.
So I believe it starts August 17th that they won't even take new business. When they do, they're going to require.
You know,
2%
I'm telling you, man, we are at a precipice right now. I believe that we're going to have an insurance crisis. That's what I believe. I really mean that.
Yeah.
I mean where.
I was just talking to Mark, I'm hoping that we'll see this market turn around a bit. But the fact that we have 3 fires going right now isn't going to really, help the situation.
So Tim, on your insurance, you're paying $300 something a month for homeowners, so you're paying nearly $4,000 there. What are you paying on cars?
To insure the 3 vehicles, it's around the same, $360 a month.
Okay. So if you're go ahead.
I'd be happy to look at it. I mean, there'd be some additional questions I would have for you, Tim. But if you want to give me my number, I'll do it. I'll try to do it while your show's going.
Let's do an insurance checkup for the hell of it right now, just to see what that looks like. Because I mean, if I'm doing this right, you're paying $8,600, around $8,600 a year in insurance.
Yes.
What are your deductibles?
And I have the lower deductibles because I've been with them but this year they sent me a notice that even on my home, it's $1,000 deductible, but they're doing all kinds of things with the roof.
Yeah, you need, okay, here's what I want you to do right now. Hold on. I want you to call Brian. We're going to give you some numbers off, Brian, your number off the air.
Yeah.
I would like to take your specific situation, what they're turning you into, because trust me, if they're telling you they're going to do stuff on the roof, you're looking at actual cash value. You're looking at a whole new ball game plus increased premiums, right?
Right.
Okay, let's see what they can do. I want to see what they were proposing and then what Compass can find. Again, there's no guarantee Compass can improve it. But one thing is for sure, with free comparisons, you can't lie. I mean, I'm not suggesting they would anyway, but if they say they can beat it, they got to be able to beat it, right? You can't just say I can beat it if you can't beat it. That's why I'm all for these free second opinions and free looks and the Insurance Help Center for looking and comparing insurance. So if you're concerned, it's a phone call. Maybe they'll take a half hour to get back to you after they do the figuring, but isn't it worth it? 303-996-9000. More coming right up.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Michael Brown in the morning and Dan Kaplis in the afternoon. 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Well, first, a little good news is they have completed their accident investigation that's had eastbound Bellevue closed in between Holly and Monaco all morning long. They just reopened all lanes a few moments ago, so we're looking much better. That traffic heading outside the Greenwood Village area over to I-25. Highways here in town, not bad. We've got problems on the eastern plains here. In fact, westbound I-70 currently shut down Bennett to Manila Road. They've got a bad accident in there, pushing that traffic north through town up to Highway 36 to get you around. Left lane, eastbound I-70 is closed at the crash scene as well. Denver weather for today. It's a sunny and hot one, high up near 96, currently 86 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Aaron O'Neill, 630 KHOW.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 in my garage after I overpaid for new blinds. I researched the industry, hired my mom, and 14 years later, we're one of the largest retailers of custom blinds in the U.S. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
Hey, theartofgranite.com will get you countertops. Now, they say granite, but that's the name. But they'll do any countertop material, natural stone or man-made. And you know what I love about the Art of Granite is that they do wholesale on all materials, And on remnants, by the way, if you can get one big enough to do your job, you get that free. You only pay for fabrication and installation, tear out and haul away is free. Get a price on the phone. They love their deals and they want to serve you. I've known Mitch Floria for years. You will love the Art of Granite. 303-386-5919. 303-386-5919. Theartofgranite.com. I think we're done with Tyler. Oh, no, we were going to get a landscaper on. Did we get Mr. Green Jeans or someone on to talk about that, or LEM Landscaping?
Yeah, I think Mark's working on it.
Thanks.
What's that?
Mr. Green Jeans?
I got a message into him.
Thanks. What about LEM?
I can call LEM.
Yeah. Okay, so I gave him your cell phone.
I don't see Bob on here either.
So Rocket.
Tom, do you got Bob's cell?
Yeah, I'll find it. Hold on.
Text it to me. I got nothing on him, man.
I gotta find it.
Oh la 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 la.
Bob, LEM. Where the hell is he? I can't find it. Hold on. LEM Landscaping. Well, I don't know why I don't have it. I talk to him all the time. Nope, I can't find him. I don't know why. I don't. Hold on. I don't know if he does maintenance anyway, but I think Sundown probably sold a crap load of equipment and locations, real estate.
Counts. I think they have.
Commercial.
Yeah, they do a ton of commercial, and they run year round. They do snow removal. They do all that. So, but they're. I mean, they're not cheap. Put in a yard. They're expensive.
I don't think you can get a decent landscaping job anywhere for under $100,000. I hate to say that.
Oh, I know. Isn't that crazy? I mean, it's nuts. Especially when you go to Pioneer and price out what rock and materials and stuff costs. It's not like that stuff's not expensive.
Ten seconds, Tom.
630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station.
Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. All right, now, we are waiting for a landscaper to talk to Tyler on selling those clients. We are waiting on Compass Insurance Group to give Tim a comparison for his homeowners. And now we're talking to Jeff. Jeff, welcome to the show. What's going on with you on a very busy troubleshooter day? What's going on, sir?
Hi, thanks for taking my call, Tom. Listen, my wife inherited a brokerage account from her mom here in January.
Now, what do you mean by a brokerage account? Do you mean at an investment advisory firm or at a place like a Schwab or Fidelity?
No, it's like at Baird. I don't know if you've heard of them or not, but they're an investment company.
Okay, but this is what I need to know, and then I'll answer everything you want. But when you say they are with, she had inherited a brokerage account. Is this a brokerage account that the previous who'd she inherit it from?
Her mother.
Did her mom have this money under advisement? In other words, was it with a financial advisor who had it with a brokerage, or was her mom investing directly?
No, it was with an advisor that was advising her on.
Okay, got it. So the advisor was advising her, and the custodian where the money was actually sitting was what was that called? Baird, yes, I've heard of them. Okay, so what is your question?
Well, when my wife has a sister, and they divided this account.
How much was in the? What was the value of the account?
Well, it had a bunch of accounts in it, but totally it was worth about $2.5 million.
Okay, and what does your wife want to do with her share?
Well, she wants to get rid of the whole thing, but...
Well, no, I know she wants to get rid of it. She wants to cash out. Is that right?
Yeah, she wants to cash out.
Okay, let me explain something to you, okay? When she cashes out of this, okay, so let's say it's worth, whatever it was worth on the day of death will be the basis of that account. If she cashes out for more, there will be taxes paid on the amount above that. And if she cashes out for less, there may be less than that. But what are you guys going to do with the money? There's a reason I'm asking this. Like, let's just say she gets 1.250 and the sister gets 1.250. What are you guys doing with the money?
Well, we want to invest it in our joint accounts that we have already.
Okay, got it. Got it. Now listen. Go ahead.
The problem with this account is the financial advisor talked her into reducing the number of accounts that were in this, and she had opened up some, the managers of these different accounts, and so this money is now in 3 different accounts. And they're active.
But are they all with Baird?
They are with Baird.
Well, there should be, let me explain something to you. This is a heavily regulated industry. And if you said to your advisor, you want these liquidated immediately, they should be liquidated immediately. So what is the issue?
The issue is what kind of fees is Baird going to charge her for liquidating all of these accounts?
Well, okay, that depends. Now, I'm going to explain a few things. For example, if there was a Schwab account, they would be very little fees based on the final transactions. Some accounts have higher fees. I'd also be concerned with the financial advisor. Why do you think the financial advisor had her? Did she consolidate the accounts or divide them? In other words, she used to have 1 account, now she has 3?
She used to have. Well, they got managers in all these accounts, but
I don't know what you mean, managers in all of those accounts. She has one financial advisor. Is that correct?
Right.
Then what do you mean she has managers for each account? What does that mean?
Well, the financial advisor, she has put that into, say, like Nuveen, okay? And there's a couple of other accounts that she put this stuff into. And she's telling my wife that they have managers in these other accounts. Like Nuveen, for example, has money managers.
It's a fund manager. What this advisor, I hate to say, it doesn't sound like your money's being efficiently managed, and it sounds like she's trying to spread the wealth for shares of fees. I hate saying that, but it doesn't sound good to me. So if your end goal is to liquidate, they should be able to give you almost to the penny how much it's going to cost you, and it shouldn't cost you too much. But listen, it just so happens I know a hell of a lot about this area. I would, if I were you, you need someone who knows the industry to help you, and I can get somebody free of charge, not a dime, no strings attached, to help you. And what they should do is look at exactly what these accounts are. Does your wife have statements for these accounts?
Yeah, she has statements as of, I think it was last quarter.
Okay. What we should do is have this guy look at it free, and I mean there is absolutely zero obligation. He would do it as a favor to me, okay? And it's part of my other company. You should look at it, and then he'll let you know what you should be charged or not charged. And there should be no question. If you guys wanted to take that money and liquidate it, give half to the sister and half to your wife, and then your wife wants to take that money and put it with your current advisor, there should be no questions. They should do that immediately, and they should answer you immediately as to how much it will cost and why it would cost that much. How much was the mom how old was the mom when she passed away?
97.
Do you think, I'm just going to ask you, because we haven't mentioned any last names of these advisors or names, do you think that she was taking advantage of your mother-in-law?
Well, I'm not real sure. I've never encountered this problem. They were going to cash it out. Her sister is already, when she divided these accounts, she already closed her portion of the account.
Okay.
And then the financial advisor asked my wife if she wanted to keep her money there with her.
Yeah, of course she did, because she's making a fee on it.
Sure. And
and by the way, I'm not saying it's automatically bad, but, you know, I mean, your wife should have full reign on what she wants to do with it.
Sure. And, she opened up, she instructed my wife to take some of these accounts that, some of this, one of them's got over 100 stocks in it.
Okay. Jeff, you really need a professional. Let me try to get someone on the line, okay? Can you hold on?
Sure.
Okay, because here's why, and I'm really serious when I say this. You need someone who's just going to give you unbridled, unbiased advice and help you get if your wife wants to take that money and put it with your advisor, that's absolutely what you should do. And here's the unfortunate thing in the advisement industry, okay? There are a bunch of fools out there, and all they care about are their fees, and they don't care about people. So I have a feeling when I heard 97 years old and $2.5 million and all of this, I'm just hoping that they didn't get her strapped into anything. But we can take a look at that for you. So hold on, all right? 303-713-TALK. I'll get somebody on. 303-713-8255.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Well, first, a little good news is they have completed their accident investigation that's had eastbound Bellevue closed in between Holly and Monaco all morning long. They just reopened all lanes a few moments ago, so we're looking much better. That traffic heading outside the Greenwood Village area over to I-25. Highways here in town, not bad. We've got problems on the eastern plains here. In fact, westbound I-70 currently shut down Bennett to Manila Road. They've got a bad accident in there, pushing that traffic north through town up to Highway 36 to get you around. Left lane, eastbound I-70 is closed at the crash scene as well. Denver weather for today. It's a sunny and hot one, high up near 96, currently 86 degrees. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Aaron O'Neill, 630 KHOW.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. At Blindster, we offer custom-made faux wood and real wood blinds and shutters, cellular shades, Roman shades, bamboo shades, exterior shades, and more, all at factory direct prices. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
All right. Red Rocks Roof and Solar is the company you want to call if you want solar and you want honesty and you want a guaranteed activation date and you don't want any shady crap. Because unfortunately, solar companies come and go like the sun. What you need is someone to get you through with tax credits, financing, activation, service, and follow up. RedRocksRS.com. And if you're a commercial operator, you can get it paid for 100% with a grant. No bull. RedRocksRS.com. The people that I trust in solar. 303-704-2449. RedRocksRS.com. I trust QCColorado.com to get you a whole house fan that will revolutionize the way you feel about air conditioning and ventilation, because what it does is destratify the air in your home. It evens out the temperatures, and it helps you become more energy efficient and your home to be more comfortable. I'm going to tell you, I have it. I can tell you it's paid for itself in savings on air conditioning. You know, you can use them so much instead of air conditioning, a couple seasons. You can use them to reduce your air conditioning during the summer. You can use them just to get fresh, cool, comfortable air all night long. You get to be the master of how you want to use them. It's just incredible. QCColorado.com, 303-800-3419, 303-800-3419. Hey, if you need to get a second opinion, as I said before, second opinions are fail-safe in my opinion. Okay, because guess what? You got a price, somebody told you needed something, so call Fix It 24/7. And if you need it, you need it. And if they can't beat it, they can't beat it, right? But you have nothing to lose. A free second opinion from my friends at Fix It 24/7. Why don't you give them a call and say, look, I was told I need a sewer repair, or I was told I need a new sewer, or I was told I need a new AC, or I was told I need this or that. They'll come and give you a free second opinion. FixMyHome.com, 720-526-3939, 720-526-3939. Frank.
With tens of thousands of satisfied patients across America, it's no surprise QC Kinetics gets 5-star reviews. I'm feeling on top of the world because of QC Kinetics. I'm able to do the things that I wasn't able to do for a long time. I can recommend them highly. I would recommend QC to anybody. QC Kinetics changed my life. I couldn't believe it. I actually was skeptical, but the pain went from a 10 to a 0. Real people with real lasting relief from joint pain. QC Kinetics Regenerative Medicine is regenerating me.
Dude, you good, buddy? Nothing happened.
Troubleshooter Show, what's your first name? Linda, what's your question? Oh yeah, I did not hear from the shop. I still got to get them to call in at the same time. Yeah, call them. See if they're ready to go on right now. In fact, go ahead.
10 seconds, buddy.
Thanks.
Whistleblower sources that former Director Kim Cheadle wanted to destroy evidence of cocaine discovered at the White House. Starting at 2 on 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-8255. So I'm going to get some help on right after the first of the hour here, Jeff. I'm going to get an advisor that advises me on things, and I really want to get you someone just to hold your hand and help you. Absolutely nothing involved, no strings attached. I really do think it's necessary because you're entering an area where I don't know if they're being completely straight with you or not. I'm hoping they are, because it's a highly regulated business. So hang on, Jeff. He'll be on the air to talk about this and the steps you need to take. Meanwhile, Tyler, we're trying to figure out what is a good...
I'm still waiting to get Bob's info so I can reach out to him.
Yeah, and I don't have it, Mark. I don't know why I don't have it. I talked to
Suzanne doesn't have it. Kelly doesn't have it. I don't have it.
Okay, Rob, if you're listening from LEM Landscaping, give us a call and just let us know. But I did hear from Jairus on multiples, they're called, on what do you do? With landscaping, the multiple on earnings is... earnings multiple is 2.38. Earnings multiple. If it's just based on gross revenue, it's 0.68. So you would take a real, if it's a real earnings, okay, and it's 5 years. I don't know what his real earnings are. I don't know if he does. Or his gross revenue multiple, 0.68. Although that doesn't make sense to me, although that's what it's saying here on how to evaluate landscaping and yard service businesses. But in any case, what we need to do is call you back when we get someone. We're trying to get a hold of a landscaper that can help us. 303-713-8255. Also, I'm getting a lot of texts on this rental car company, Sixt. They are bad news, Mark. I don't think I've had one person say they'd had a good experience with them. That's how terrible they're doing. So we are looking into that some more. SIXT, we recommend against them based on what we're hearing. 303-713-8255 is our number, or 303-MARTINO. We have Ideal Home Loans with us as well. And we've been talking about home loans. And on home loans, somebody wants to know, what do you anticipate with the coming election? Will rates go down, do you think, or is inflation down enough where they might go down? What are you hearing in the industry, Brett?
Well, I think, again, aside from the election, I think you are going to see rates go down. And the reason you're going
from it,
no matter what goes on, what party, the Federal Reserve is going to start to cut interest rates, and it looks like it's very likely those cuts will begin in September. Now, that doesn't mean that's a certainty, but we're starting to see a lot of softening in economic data. The jobs report last week came out very soft. It missed expectations by, I think, 60,000 jobs. So, you're starting to see some of the work they've done to curb inflation show up in all the data, and we haven't been seeing that until recently. So that does bode for an easing of interest rates, and that does bode for lower rates on things like credit cards, auto loans, mortgages, all that stuff down the road.
All right, and do you ever see, I know this is a crystal ball kind of thing, but do you ever see rates going back to where they were ever, 3 to 4, 2.5, 3%, 3.5?
We would need a significant event to do that.
Like
a global pandemic.
Like nothing good.
Yeah, nothing good. Right. Yeah,
because then the rest of the economy would tank.
That's right. Right.
But
So
why at one time did we have low rates and a good economy? What was that for? Why? Why did we have?
We came through a period. Think about this since the mortgage meltdown.
Well, it was okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, since then, we've had a period of historically very, very low rates.
Why?
Okay?
We didn't have a tanked economy. Why?
No, because they were using it to stimulate the economy. And look, they were trying to create inflation at one point and couldn't do it. I mean, think about that.
No, you're right.
And so,
I mean, damn, at one time mortgage rates were at 2%.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. It was free money. So to
Okay.
Mark's point, right now with where rates are at, you are getting a great return on your investment on cash that's parked with no risk.
Yeah, so there's a twin-edged sword here with rates. When they go up for all of us. When they go down, they go down. But they also go down on investments, or on money. So we got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Stay tuned for more.
All right, you guys are coming up right after break, so hold tight. Okay, you're coming up right after break, so hold tight, okay?
God damn it, is so busy. Just ignore this. I'm getting someone on that I know, and they have already been approved. I mean, that's what you're going to hear with the audio.
Yep. I've got an expert hanging for Linda. Look at the line so you know.
Good.
I just Pat Dollops. Sorry I missed your call.
Come on, Pat. Answer your fucking phone. God damn it. Come on.
Troubleshooter Show, what's your first name? Hello?
Pat Dollops. Sorry I missed your call. Please leave a message.
Yes, what's your first name? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I'm getting those like 10 times a day now, man. They're bad.
Yeah, is it just straight static?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
Is it the VoIP here? It must be.
But yeah.
Hello? Hello?
There we go. Now I got you.
Listen, I need to put you on hold. It's going to be about 6 minutes or so, okay?
6 minutes.
Is that-
We have another expert
that
up.
way.
Pat?
You got me?
Yeah, I'm going to have
Can
to
you
put. Yeah, I have to put you on hold through the news and stuff.
Okay.
All right, thanks. Stay on hold, and then I'll come to you right at about, I don't know, sometime after 106, but it might be 110, whatever. If you can just listen,
No
okay?
problem.
All right, thanks.
No problem. Yeah. Okay.
Now I got to call my wife about something.
For what? There's no way.
still, it should never be close to 3. There's not a club in the world that charges that much. Well, I mean, whatever, they've been taking 389 since May. I don't know, they may have been taking it, where was it going before that? Okay, so it must have expired in May and they started charging us, but why they charge us, it should not be that. I know $60 a month is for my private locker thing. I don't mind that. But that would still be over $300 a month. I hear people joining for $80 and $90 a month. Why would we charge? All right, let me know. All right, bye. I never heard of a club.
It's expensive.
That much money.
No.
What do you belong to? Anything?
No, we've got a full, so the neighborhood I live in Backcountry, we have a gym in the neighborhood that's just for the neighborhood, and then we've got...
just for the neighborhood?
Yeah, so Backcountry and Highlands Ranch, we've got our own private gym
Oh,
back there.
for the subdivision.
Yeah, for the subdivision, and then I'm a member out of Ravenna, and we have a full gym out there too.
Where's that?
So, out by Waterton Canyon. It's the golf
You
club
mean golf?
Yep, country club I'm a member at, so. And that's great, because it's empty all the time. There's never anybody there at Ravenna. It's awesome. And then I've got some stuff at home too, so. Yeah, like what's it cost to, like, what's one of those Fit 45 places or something? What does that cost every month? Can't be.
But $389, okay, so I do pay $60 for private locker because I keep shit there.
Yeah.
But that's still $320 something.
Yeah, for sure.
$20 for 2 people.
It seems like a lot, I agree.
So it's hell of a lot of money for a club.
I've got a buddy who works out at the one in over there by Tony's. I could text him and see what he pays.
Lifetime?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a member over there.
Let me know.
Yeah.
Suzanne, check your email from help.
You talking to me, Mark?
No.
Okay.
Only if your name is Suzanne.
Oh.
Ten seconds here, Tom.
To our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword music to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest.
Yeah.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help a common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Welcome to the show. Trying to help you in every way we can. So let's get to the phones and continue what we've been doing here, okay? Where are all the people? I want to get the one guy on. Is he on anymore? Mark, did he drop off? The one guy whose wife was getting a hard time with the broker?
No, he dropped.
He did drop off. Okay.
Yeah, he did. But we have looked down. We're going to bring up two people. This goes back, and I want you to recap. on the problem with Springs Automotive, and I'll bring Linda up.
Okay, meanwhile, I'm going to ask Jeff to call back. I have a financial advisor on to answer his questions and tell him what he needs to do. And I'll even do that. I know what his questions were. I hope he's still listening. So, Jeff, if you have any questions, if you still want to know, call us back, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. And then we're going to talk to Linda. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Linda had a car done, and I'm going to bring up her call. And Linda had a car done. I'm trying to find your call from the... Oh, yeah, here it is. A 2008 Mazda. And you had this Mazda repaired. Well, actually, you bought it. And when you bought it from the dealership, you said that the engine went out in 3 days. And then they charged you to replace it. Is that right?
Correct.
And this is 3 days after you bought it. You paid $4,800 to replace the engine. And then that engine kind of went out again. And it was such a poor installation that it did damage to other accessories in your car. So now, even though the warranty on that used engine is supplying another engine, you still have previously damaged parts that need to be replaced. And we believed that basically the Springs Automotive should at least pony up some of that.
Right.
Jared looked at your car.
And it's an extra $4,000, and my car is in North Dakota.
And Jared is in North Dakota?
Yes.
And Jared looked at your car. Jared, do I have that right? They sent a replacement engine under warranty, but you can't put it in because there's additional damage done by the previous installation. Is that right?
Well, we're putting it in. It's actually installed now. We're finishing the vehicle up, but there was just a lot of stuff that was damaged in the process, so we had to repair all the damaged parts and replace.
Yeah, that's the part I'm getting at. Those damaged parts cost her some extra money.
Yeah, quite a bit of extra money, yeah.
Okay, so other than the normal engine installation, how much extra money were these damaged parts?
Let me look here real quick.
Yeah. And Linda, that's going to be what you need to go after Springs Automotive about. Did they ever respond to you?
You had him on the phone last Friday. The owner of Springs Automotive.
Oh, that's right. Well, Mark, didn't he say, yeah, what happened? I don't have notes on that. I just say that the engine was supplied under warranty. Yeah, that's right, we did. We told him we appreciated it, but at that time, we didn't know the extent of the damages. He said, oh, this is being covered under warranty. But I don't think he realized there was additional damage. So we need to call him back. Jared,
yes.
About how much extra for those damaged parts? Like, she would have to pay under the warranty for normal installation, and that was about how much, $1,800?
Yeah, $1,844. Yeah, so the additional cost with labor and the additional cost for the parts that were damaged and everything is about $2,700.
Oh my God!
Because the intercooler, there's all kinds. The radiator.
I mean, this woman has been so entirely buried in this car. She paid $4,800 originally to get that engine. And now she has to pay another $2,700, and then she has to pay the $1,800 to you to replace it. This is just in these repairs. This woman, $9,300 just to get her car running that she bought from Springs Automotive.
Could have bought a different vehicle, a better vehicle.
Oh, yeah. What is that car even worth, for God's sakes? What did you pay for that car, Linda?
I paid $5,000.
So you're into this car now for $14,300 or $14,500. I mean, you're into this car for way more than it's worth.
Right.
Oh my!
They've just been putting Band-Aids upon Band-Aids upon Band-Aids, and I said to them, "Why are you Band-Aiding this car? Get me a different car," and they won't do it.
Well, it's too late now. You got a damn engine, but you paid for that engine, so you paid $5,000 for the car, another $5,000 for a new engine, and now you have to pay another. You had to pay another $1,800.
I'm trying to get Heston on right now from Springs Automotive.
I mean, this guy isn't. I mean, he's got to understand this woman's been completely ripped off. They should do something for her. I mean, gosh, dang it.
You're telling me. Not to mention, I have been on 2 feet instead of 4 wheels for 6 months.
Well, we have a serious problem. So I want to go the original purchase, $5,000, right?
Right.
Okay. I'm making a note of this. This is crazy. And then new engine or replacement engine was $4,800. And that is then on top of that, you had the installation of that engine a second time, reinstallation of a second engine. Oh my gosh, that's another $1,800. And then on top of that, you have 20. Go ahead.
They didn't even bolt the engine in, and I drove it 650 miles without a bolted
Well, you know,
engine.
you keep bringing that up, and here's what I want to tell you. As crazy as this sounds, I don't care about that part. I see. I don't care what could have happened. All right. What I care about is what did happen. You had a $5,000 car, $4,800 replacement engine 3 days later. Then you have a reinstallment of another replacement engine for $1,800, and then you have $2,700 in damages from the original installation. These people have completely and totally ripped your face off.
Hello. I know.
Hold
That's
on.
why I called you.
I'll be shocked, by the way. I would be absolutely shocked if this thing, honest to God, if this happens, if you don't, we got to do something. If they don't do anything for you, hold on, both of you. Jeff, I want to bring up Jeff real quick. Let me get this call out because Jeff was patient. Jeff, are you there?
I'm here, sir.
Okay, Jeff, I have someone on the line. Are you there, Pat? Hold on. He might be on hold. Pat, are you there? Pat, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, good. Pat Jolliffe is a financial advisor. I just want to say something, okay? He has helped me for years and years and years, so I'm asking him to do this. This is nothing to do with soliciting business. This is to help you through this tough time. What happened was, Pat, is that Jeff's mother-in-law died at 97. His wife is inheriting some brokerage accounts at Baird. Have you heard of Baird, Pat?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
For some reason, he can't get straightforward information on how much it's going to be to liquidate. This woman, Jeff's wife, simply wants to take her half of the 2.5 and place it with their own advisors or with their own account they have now. And he can't get straight answers, right, Jeff?
Yeah, she doesn't seem to. Maybe my wife doesn't understand, but she hasn't called me back on it, and we haven't gotten any straight answers.
And what you want to know specifically is exactly how much it will cost you to liquidate. Is that right?
Well, that's what she's thinking right now.
But I want to give you another alternative. I want you to hear this. You have right now, you said you wanted to move it over to your joint account that you have with your own advisor. Is that correct, Jeff?
Yeah, I haven't really decided on doing that as yet.
Okay, but here's what I want to tell you. There's a couple ways to do this. Let's just say that Pat looks this over, who you can trust. Like I said, all he's going to do is give you a neutral look. But sometimes it may not be worth liquidating what you have. Let's just say that previous advisor to your mother-in-law maybe picked some good investments. And it might be the wrong time to liquidate. And you may just want to move them over to your wife's name without liquidating them, but you still accomplish the same thing. Does that make sense?
Sure, yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Now, Pat, I wanted to ask you something, Pat. Would you be able to, without being their official advisor, would you be able to look at their accounts and give them some advice? There's nothing wrong with that, right? Just some neutral, free advice.
Yeah, sure, that'd be fine. We just if we could get most recent statements from the estate, then we can start with that.
And could you analyze their investments to see, what they have, and maybe because the last thing Jeff wants is them losing a ton of money by liquidating and then moving it over, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
The other thing I want to ask, Pat, is there a way to know if they do want to liquidate, if there are excessive fees being charged? Because Jeff was concerned that there might be, Jeff, what were you calling them? Management fees?
Well, my wife was telling me what she found out from the brokerage was that the account managers charge a fee to liquidate their accounts that they're managing.
Does that sound right, Pat? Could that be like a mutual fund or something?
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, it could be the specific investment that they're in might have some sort of contingent deferred sales charge if they're within a time frame that they liquidate. So I think the best thing to do is right back to what you're offering, Tom, is let's have a look at what they have. Brokerage statements would reflect cost basis and the like. There's all sorts of different things that come into play when when a death is involved, and step up in basis and all those kinds of things. Registrations of accounts, beneficiary designations, powers of attorney, all of that stuff.
So
this account she has has already been liquidated, and she has it. Her share of it, it's already in her name, and her sister has liquidated her share of it, and it's no longer an issue as far as that goes.
But as far as your wife's share, is it still in stocks and stuff or not?
Oh, it is, yeah.
Okay. So what he's saying is that his wife's sister already liquidated. Well, Jeff, did she get a good portion of her half, or did she have to spend a lot? Did she have to pay a lot of fees?
Well, we haven't talked to her about it. They don't seem to get along.
Oh, okay. Jeff, listen, I'm serious. You need some help. What we want to do is I'll have Pat call you. And again, there's absolutely no obligation. He can just make sure that you're not, that they're not abusing the hell out of you, or make sure that it's wise or the best, most efficient way to transfer that into your wife, okay?
Okay.
So
sounds good. I appreciate it.
No problem. Mark, can you get Jeff's number and put it up on the board, and I'll give that over to Pat?
Check.
Thank you. Pat, thank you very much for being here. I certainly appreciate it.
My pleasure.
All right, we'll see you. All right, so the point is, people, this stuff should be a free flow of information. What Pat was talking about is a step up in basis means at the time of death, they get the benefit of that basis. So that will minimize taxes, and that'll minimize transfer fees. So we'll talk about that coming up. Bob is also on the line. We got to take a break. He's going to tell us about selling lawn care businesses for this young man that called in. And then we also have, that's about it for now. Then we have Ideal Home Loans as well. So stick around for a very busy day on the Troubleshooter Show.
Regen Revolution has helped me so much in terms of getting mobile and active again, and now they'll be helping me and you at their new location near Old Town in Arvada. It's an expanded facility,
Yeah,
so an even
no.
better version of the great care you've
don't
come
know
to
from
know
where,
from
'cause
Regen
I've never-
Revolution.
They're a big
The
brokerage.
combination of
Yeah,
regenerative medicine and more traditional treatment modalities have gotten
done
me
anything with
back
them, but I
to being
recognize
able to
the
play sports and exercise in ways I thought I might never do again. Learn more at regenrev.com. That's REGENREV.com.
Oh, it's crazy.
All right. So let's talk about John Fuller, a personal injury attorney that I really hope you never need. What I like about how John does business is he basically will talk to you about your case before you ever hire him. You're not going to call a call center or some committee or some intake person. You're going to talk to John. People want to know, what is this compensation? What do you think the case is worth? And he'll apply his experience and try to give you a good idea. He also looks at various ways you can collect, because without collection, it's worth nothing. John Fuller will do all of this free of charge with no obligation. If you decide it's a good fit and want to hire him, it's done on a percentage fee basis for what he collects. You are in full control. Give him a call. Go over your case. 303-597-4500, 597-4500, myaccidentlawyer.co. Discount Bath. Now that's the name of a company I like to hear, the discount in front of the bath. You know, Discount Bath will get you a beautiful bathroom at discount prices. That's what they have chosen to do. And they're so happy about their prices, they'll go over them with you on the phone. They'll even let you go online, discountbath.com, start the process, upload a video of your project, and they'll give you prices. Why don't you call? You have nothing to lose. First go to discountbath.com and then call. Talk to Chris and the team through 720-979-2322. 720-979-2322, or get the process started hands off with discountbath.com. You know, people go out when it's daylight after work, and, you know, we have long days ahead, and they drink. We also have Labor Day coming up, which is an unfortunate time for DUIs. And now a lot of people are not just drinking. Some of them are smoking weed and driving. A crazy thing to do. But here's the bottom line. If you are ever in trouble with a DUI, whether you were stupid, whether you made a mistake in calculating, or whatever it was, you need an attorney to get through the system. Now, of course, by all means, try to avoid it. Get a designated driver. If you're ever in trouble, though, get an attorney that will talk to you free up front with flat rate pricing. Joseph A. Lazzara. That's Lazzara. 303-429-6200. 429-6200. That's 429-6200. Man, was that crazy?
Troubleshooter Show, what's your first name? Oh, our phones are going absolutely insane. Just hang on, all right? I don't know what's going on, bro. It's like the fourth person that told me they just got hung up on. If it was one, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ready to go home, baby.
Right. Almost there.
The show goes fast when I'm doing it. It goes slow in here. Well, today's slow. Yesterday we actually went pretty quick. Here's double. Troubleshooter Show. Hold on one second. Troubleshooter Show. What's your first name? What's your first? Glenn? What's your question or comment, sir?
No, there's just not enough inventory.
Yeah.
I mean, we're seeing more, definitely. But I think what's going to happen is when rates do drop, you're going to have a lot of people get off the sidelines and start selling and buying, and it's going to spur on activity.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Hold on.
So,
TrajanWealth.com. Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-8255. Okay, so we got Jeff being taken care of with a free review, and now we're going to go to Bob with LEM Landscaping, and Bob says, hey, he can talk a little bit about the landscaping business. He's been in it a while. Bob, listen, man, thanks for calling. I don't know what I did with your cell phone, but if you get a chance, please make sure I keep that. I got to put that in my contacts. So Bob, this kid has like 66 customers that do regular lawn care. He's had them for a few years. And he wants to sell his business or sell his list, basically. How would you value? Do you do maintenance, Bob, or just new installations?
No, we don't do maintenance, but I know somebody who does, who I would recommend to call, which would be one man and a dog. He's an amazing maintenance company. And the only way you can really value it is, it's a lot different maintenance-wise than it is with what I do. You take your customer base, you see how long you've had that customer base. If I was interested in it, I'd want to know how long you've had it. And then you're kind of buying what customers he has, and then you just have to hope that they stay with you. Maintenance is a lot different. That's why we've never done it. It's hard to make money in maintenance anymore because so many people do it. And there's a lot of, I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of Oriental companies that do it, and they do it cheap, but they do good work. So it's really hard to compete with some of them. But that's how I would value it. Just if you have 60 customers and how much is he bringing in a month or a year,
right?
And how long they've been with him, that's how I would look at it.
Yeah, it's hard to get a grasp on his numbers, so we can't really go there. But I think that basically he said after expenses, I don't know. I even hesitate to say. He's making probably somewhere around 50 grand or so on those. But I would say a good customer, though, in landscaping without a contract, that's another complication. If he did have, let's say, 66 customers, even at $500 a customer, I mean, that's 33 grand. And this other company is only offering me $6,500. I think somewhere between there and there's got to be more money, more than $6,500.
Yeah. Here's the thing. You got to figure out the equipment, okay, so his base, that's a pretty low yearly rate. With his base, you got to figure the equipment you got to pay for, or if he's selling it, the condition of it.
Right.
So I think, I would say, if I had to be honest, know what you just told me without knowing what equipment he has, 10 to 15 might be the tops I'd want to pay for it because of the maintenance and of the equipment and the upkeep and all that. He's not making a whole lot of money. If that's all he's making a year, taking with machine upkeep and all that, that's not a whole lot of money.
I think he said, and again, I don't know, he said he was grossing 60, but then he said he only had 40 to split with his two brothers, and that, to me, that doesn't even make sense. I don't know how you spend $20,000 on expenses.
Well, your upkeep, if he takes really good care of machinery, a good mower is going to last you 3 to 4
we're losing Bob. Bob, listen. You know what? I'll tell you what would be good. Mark, did you get his number? Because Bob's a good guy. I'll give him free advice.
I'm not quite sure where we left that. I probably have his number somewhere.
But if we don't have his number...
I hate to interrupt here, but we're going to lose Big Daddy's Auto, man. He's been on hold forever, so I don't know which
Okay,
one.
Jared. Okay, let me just finish. Jared, listen, man. We appreciate the information you have. The only thing we need to get from you to get paid from these other clowns is we need to get maybe a letter saying that you found this to be damaged from the previous installation.
And by the way, I talked to a woman over there at Springs Automotive, and she was going to get someone to hopefully come on the air and talk to me. Then she had me on hold for about 5 minutes, came back and said no one's available. So I put their phone number below show notes. Maybe if some of our callers could call up, maybe that could help.
Now, Mark, the number you put down there, look at it. There's some extra numbers there at the end. What is that, an extension or what?
No, that's the beginning of their address. Let me get rid of the 1411.
Okay, good. Okay, so we got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. I want to talk about Renew Home Innovations, beautiful showers. They take the old shubs, the old tub shower combos, get rid of them. They put in beautiful showers, rectangle, perimeter drains, grab bar seats, glass panels, stone walls, stone resin with no maintenance. They do it in 2 or 3 days with 72 months to pay. These are people that do beautiful work. 303-904-2000. That's 303-904-2000.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Michael Brown tomorrow morning at 6:30 KHOW Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Through Commerce City, a crash. I-270 westbound approaching Vasquez. An accident has stop-and-go traffic. Back from I-70, seeing about 20 minutes of delays. Heading far east of town, I-70 westbound closed between exit 304 for Bennett and Manila Road, exit 299. Due to an accident. Watch out for delays there. Back to town, it's an easy drive on I-25 north and southbound through the Denver Metro. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, more clouds rolling with scattered thunderstorms with a high of 96 this afternoon. Overnight low of 61. Things cooling down tomorrow with a high of 73. The current temperature in Denver is 87 degrees with your Impact Traffic and weather. Mark Swan, 630 KHOW. Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Blindster is a family-run business that began in 2010, and we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters and received over 100,000 five-star reviews. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
EuroPlumbingColorado.net. You want savings on water heaters? You'll never find them at a lower price. That's right. You'll get a 40-gallon tank fully installed, the old one taken out and hauled away, for just $13.99. $14.99 will get you a 50-gallon tank. No matter what size you want, you will never beat their prices. Even bigger ones they'll do. And they'll do any plumbing repair. At screaming deals, they say put them to the test. EuroPlumbingColorado.net. 303-668-6844. 668-6844. The Art of Granite. Another place that loves their deals. So much so, if you call them, they'll discuss prices on the phone. It's called the Art of Granite. It should be called the Art of Countertops because they do any material, any natural stone, any man-made material, and they give you prices on the phone. Wholesale on all materials, and tear out and haul away is free. In fact, you get free materials if you get it from their remnant yard. Why don't you call them and get a price right now from Mitch and his team? 303-386-5919. The best in granite, the best in countertops, the best in free materials. Man, I can't even believe that deal. 303-386-5919. I have never had, God damn it, I can't take a breath. So that thing, we got to slam the shit out of that stuff there.
What did he say when you
this
kissed
free
him?
customer for life stuff?
It was nice of him to come on.
Yes, honey? Hold on. So we pay $285 a month for two people, right?
Can I see your driver's license, please?
Okay. So what is how much is my locker costing? Is it? It was 60. It's now over $100. I don't know. Let me think. Okay, here's another thing I want to ask. Do we get a discount paying yearly?
When do you think we'd hear back from us? Good, kind of going on 3 days. She's on the air right now if you guys want to tune in and listen on 630 KHW. I mean, I think it would be a... Okay, go ahead.
You know what I might do? I mean, it's
okay.
fun.
Well, tell the powers that be to tune in. Tom's about to lose it.
The other thing is,
appreciate it. Bye.
Or maybe you're right. I mean, I probably don't need her, but I can keep a bag in the car, maybe. Also, I know.
Would shock the world. Like a 40-year-old traffic cop with 15 years on the job.
I think she was on yesterday. She might have been. She was definitely, I think, on yesterday. Just for a minute. Yeah, in fact, I got her on at the beginning of the show.
Okay. Okay. All right, honey. Okay, babe. Yeah. Okay, honey. All right. I'll see you, honey. Bye. How many are in this van?
Amanda, I can say they are not coming on. In fact, in my opinion, they're being jerks. So I'm going to kind of tell Tom all about that when we come back. So hold on. All right, Linda? What'd I say, Amanda?
Yeah. I got you.
I don't even know who Amanda is. How's that?
What did I say? We're
Hey, Tom.
Did she say one? Yeah, we're paying $289, the same thing.
10 seconds here, Tom.
VP candidate, and will he be out before the convention? Join me at 4.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. All right, listen.
Hey, I tried to get back with Springs Automotive. I got to be honest here, man. I think they're playing games. I think they're listening right now on the radio, and in my opinion,
they suck. Okay, I'm going to recap this. They suck.
Linda's saying is correct. They're just a horrible company.
We're going to recapture this whole damn thing, and we're going to blow it up on Car Day. But here's what Springs Automotive did. They sold her a car for $5,000. Okay. But then 3 days later, her engine goes out. They charge her for a replacement engine, $4,800. Okay. She pays that. Then that went bad. And the reinstallment of another replacement cost her $1,800. Then $2,700 in damages from the original installation. So this is Springs Automotive.
You know what? They're right down there in Inglewood. Maybe we should get some listeners together, grab some picket signs, and have a good old-fashioned howdy-do.
Oh, man. I'm telling you. So here's their number. Springs Automotive, I would avoid them like the plague right now until we get an explanation here. They should help this woman out, even if they just pay for the replacement and the damages from the second engine. And their number is 303-789-2886. You know what we have here, a consumer club. And when I say club, I mean a club. You know what I mean by a club, right? A club that whacks people over the head. I mean figuratively. Come on, man. This thing sucks. I just
why
want
don't you take about 15 seconds right now and cut a free commercial for him, and I'll get it airing everywhere. Can you do that for me?
Yeah, I'll cut a free commercial for him on this experience. We'll do that. We'll do that. And basically...
You're just despicable.
Okay, come to Springs Automotive. Not only will we sell you a... No, let me... 3, 2, 1. Come to Springs Automotive, where we'll not only sell you a piece of crap car, but we'll overcharge you for any piece of crap repairs it needs. And then we'll do that repair wrong, so you'll have even more expense when you have to fix our fix. We are Springs Automotive, proud to screw you. Call us at 303-789-2886 in Inglewood. But if we can, we'll expand to screw more people in more places. You help us out. 303-789-2886. Springs Automotive Group, where we love screwing people. How's that, Mark? Is that good? Anyway.
It was great, man. I'm going to try to get it in rotation real quick.
Okay. Anyway, that is Springs Automotive, and they really do suck. And Linda, we're going to stay on top of it, okay? We're going to let you loose. We got to take some more calls, but we're going to stay on top of it. Now, Karen, what's going on with you, Karen? What's happening?
Hi there.
Hey.
I wanted to see if I could get you and one of your deputies to help me out. Daughter has been with this guy for about 7 years, but off and on they get into it. He's done with her or whatever. He drops her off on our porch.
Wait a minute. Your daughter was with this guy for how long?
7 years.
And then he just drops her off? He's done with her?
Yeah, well, they're living together, and then all of a sudden, I don't want you around anymore. And he did that to her this time. They signed a lease in February, and he did that with her about 2 weeks after they signed the lease in February. And then she was hanging out with one of the neighbors that befriended her all of a sudden. She couldn't figure out why.
Wait a minute. So is she on a lease right now?
Yeah.
Wait, she's on a lease with this clown, and this clown...
And another clown.
Wait.
And another clown.
No.
His friend.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait, now I'm confused. Let's get this straight. So your daughter was with this guy 7 years.
Yeah.
Then that guy dumps her at your place.
Well, in the past 7 years, he probably dumped her at our place about 20 times.
Okay, but what I mean is this.
Well, she's a glutton for punishment.
But in the
Holy
meantime,
moly.
hold on. In the meantime, she finds another clown.
No, same guy.
Oh, the
This is
same guy.
Same guy. The room. They got a roommate to get back. She was broke up with him for about 9 months, about a year ago, and then got back with him, and then she signed another lease with him and another guy.
Okay.
And then he told her that he's going to go off and be a millionaire and do stuff on the computer and all this stuff. And then come to find out, he's been messing around with at least one of the girls in the apartment.
But the real problem you're calling us about is that right
problem.
now, hold on, she made a mistake signing on a lease with this clown.
Till next February.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah. And what we think is happening is, because we went back there to get her stuff, and he had it already packed for her.
But when did she sign the lease?
In February.
She needs to get... Well, what does she need now? She needs to get out of the lease. The landlord's not going to let her out.
Yeah, and that's where we're at, because we went back there to get some of her stuff because she found out from this girl that she's been making...
Hold on. How old is your daughter?
23.
Does your daughter understand that they can come after her for all those expenses?
I let her know that each person that signs a lease is 100% responsible, yes.
So what
Tom, can't she just go to small claims court and sue for the remainder of the lease because he won't let her use the property?
Well,
Yeah, she's out. She's out.
Right, if he-
She's
I
been out
don't
of
think
there
so,
3 weeks
Mark.
ago.
I don't think that would work. Do you?
Of course it would.
No, it wouldn't.
If he's not allowing her to live there, why should she pay 1/3 of
It's
the
got
rent?
nothing to do with the apartment complex.
That's right.
Now,
Yeah,
if
well,
there's
what we
domestic
think-
He's
violence,
saying they don't have
if
a
he's
partnership
pushed her,
agreement.
shoved her, police
Hold on.
report,
Hold
then
on.
you have an out.
See, Doc, if she had a partnership agreement with this guy to live there together, and then he's denying her that, she could sue him for breach of contract, which is costing her money. But none of that's happening. They just moved into a place and signed a lease. So here's the thing, Karen. You're not going to like to hear this, but this is the only way you can handle stupidity at this age. And that is this.
No.
Listen, is that she just hopes this guy doesn't leave behind a breach or a big bill. Because if they do come after her for the remainder of the lease or for damages, she's going to have to do a bankruptcy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do anything right now. If he kicked her out, first of all, is she smart enough to stay away from this clown right now?
This time I hope so. She's living with us, and we've got her and her sister that are living with us too now. So it's like me and my husband are like.
No, I know.
We're like.
Listen, some kids are like boomerangs. You throw them out, they come back.
Well, and that's what he told her last time. He said, "Well, I know I could just break up.
Break when you can, buddy.
Mom and Dad will just take you back in."
Listen,
so Tom, what should she do if he asks her for her third of the rent payment?
Tell him to go squat. Why? How could he possibly ask for that if she's not living there?
Yeah.
Listen, we got to
Because
take
she's
this
on the
break.
lease.
You heard Karen. I think she might be on the lease, but he's denying her entrance. I would say forget about it. If they come after her, she does a bankruptcy. I don't know what else to say. We got more coming up. Come to Springs Automotive, where we'll not only sell you a piece of crap car, but we'll overcharge you for any piece of crap repairs it needs. And then we'll do that repair wrong, so you'll have even more expense when you have to fix our fix. We are Springs Automotive, proud to screw you. Call us at 303-789-2886 in Inglewood. But if we can, we'll expand to screw more people in more places. You help us out. 303-789-2886. Springs Automotive Group, where we love screwing people.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Through Commerce City, a crash. I-270 westbound approaching Vasquez. An accident has stop-and-go traffic. Back from I-70, seeing about 20 minutes of delays. Heading far east of town, I-70 westbound closed between exit 304 for Bennett and Manila Road, exit 299. Due to an accident. Watch out for delays there. Back to town, it's an easy drive on I-25 north and southbound through the Denver Metro. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, more clouds rolling with scattered thunderstorms with a high of 96 this afternoon. Overnight low of 61. Things cooling down tomorrow with a high of 73. The current temperature in Denver is 87 degrees with your Impact Traffic and weather. Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. At Blindster, we offer custom-made faux wood and real wood blinds and shutters, cellular shades, Roman shades, bamboo shades, exterior shades, and more. All at factory direct prices. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
Keel and Park are attorneys that do estate planning, and I love the way they do it. Here's the way they do it. What they do is they will review your entire estate, what you own, your investments, your business interests, whatever you have, free of charge. They'll find out what your wishes and dreams are and your heirs, and then they'll come up with a plan with flat rate pricing. And then what they'll do is they will honor that flat rate price. You decide how much or how little you want to do. It's really one of the best ways to do no risk planning for your estate. That's Keel and Park. That's Keel and Park. 970-818-8198. That's lawkp.com.
Oh, man.
So apparently we're considered a diamond club and there's no family.
Did you like your commercial?
Yeah, it's great. God, I can't believe it.
I'm amazed at the turnaround of that spot.
Oh, usually it's a week and a half.
Right?
Is Brent still there?
Yes.
Give him a little love. We only got about 2 coming back.
I know it. I will. Just get the other
reach
calls
under the
for
table
tomorrow.
and give him the reach around. Make him feel at home.
This needs to happen very fast, so practice this move in isolation. Next, slide your other thumb along the side of the deck, pushing the spectator's card further in. This will cause their card to be out-jogged under the cover of your right hand. Now simply grab this card with your little finger from your left hand and pull it into a vertical position. This will allow you to dribble the cards down, and then the spectator's card.
Karen's gone.
Okay, good.
I think that dropped her.
Well, I mean, she's got the right. I mean,
It hadn't cycled itself like it did earlier, though, yet, so, but it still sucks that it's actually dropping people.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could see it, but I had at least 3 people call back going, it just dropped me.
Yeah, 1 or 2 people are like, well, your cell phone's a piece of shit or you're in a bad area, but if all of them are gone.
I cannot believe the frickin' text and everything we're getting today has been rocking. God.
Which city in Pennsylvania is known for its steel industry? Something incredible happened after this chef used a special technique to cut this potato. When he cut the potato in half, he started thinly slicing it. And it may seem extremely easy, but look how thin he can cut it without making a single mistake. It's so thin that the pieces...
There's so much I didn't get to talk about. I had so much on tap. That's the thing, man. On days I have everything on tap. I don't.
Hundreds of extremely thin fries in the shape of diamonds. And if you think this is amazing, subscribe.
It's amazing how fast 4 hours goes.
Staggering.
Our memberships are closed. Did you know that at this club at Lifetime in Cherry Creek?
Oh, really? Yeah, full?
So they're not offering any deals. They
No.
said no.
No.
Lifetime is a really good outfit.
No, they do a good job. We used to belong to the one down off of County Line or whatever it is right there by Tony's.
I used to get Greenwood Athletic Club years ago. That was one of the finest clubs ever.
Was it?
Greenwood Athletic.
Yeah, I've heard it's good.
But that was years and years ago.
I was telling Shannon, I think I told you yesterday, I don't like headphones in here, man.
Yeah?
I just talk and I can't hear him if he's trying to cut me off. So
That's right, yeah, you did keep going over a number of times.
Oh, because
Secret Service whistleblower sources that former Director Kim Cheadle wanted to destroy evidence of cocaine discovered at the White House. Starting at 2 on 630 KHOW.
By the way, Frank Duran, the real estate man, get a valuation of your home free for the asking. 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, the realestateman.com. And I know Frank sends a lot of people to you, Brent, and you guys like him, and he's a great guy. Now, as far as you guys go, I want to recap what we've learned about Ideal Home Loans. Once a customer, always a customer. You pay lender fees one time.
One time.
That means if you buy or refi a house with them, listen to this, and you find a rental somewhere you want to buy, or another house, vacation house, whatever, you don't pay again.
Yep, you don't pay again.
If rates go down, you don't pay again.
Nope, you can refinance to a lower rate and lower your payment with no lender fees.
Think about that, man. That is Ideal Home Loans for your next Ideal Home Loan. No, Ideal Home Loans for all your Ideal Home Loans. And that's 303-867-7000. 867-7000. IdealHomeLoans.com. Hey, don't forget 303 Martino. Call us. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Mark. Great job, man. Really. Thank you.
All right, buddy. Good to see you.
Whew. Thank you. Oh, I should have turned it on. All right. Thank you. I'm going to let you out.